Die rolling. We are 6 brave adventurers from the southwest of England here to entertain. We are on episode 17. 17 of the Star Engine, which is our weekly episodical Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition adventure. And we will go to an introduction.
Pink lemonade?
Mom! Hello. We're going to go over to a little event that we call Dragoony Doodle.
Have we done Dragoony Doodle?
Hang on, I've just got a thing I need to get rid of. Just everyone entertain
Slight intermission.
I had a really depressing time on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Because I seen these. This what we're about to show up there, and I thought it would be the greatest thing.
There we go, got it.
So I remodelled one.
Here we go.
Wow!
They are just brilliant.
It's beautiful,
I really, really like these.
It's beautiful. So for those of you that don't already know, that don't have us on Twitter, this is Chaotic Awesome, or apparently I'm told K is your preferred nickname.
K.
So there you go. So thank you very much for doing this. This is the only Dragoony Doodle we have, so you're stealing the show tonight. Absolutely stealing the show tonight.
Got the whole 15 minutes to herself.
Yeah, so I'm going to do some padding about how beautiful it is. I particularly like Nollis, obviously. I like that both me and my other elf cousin here we're both smiling and everyone else looks really moody, which I quite like.
Yeah, it's about right there.
It sums up the party quite well.
I do like the fact that oh god, I've forgotten your name, Richard.
That's
Zolan.
Zolan.
Damn it!
I do like the fact that Zolan looks like a sort of roughed up Ben Kenobi.
Oh, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Nice.
Can I talk about this now? Almost my.
Oh, we got a subscriber. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Donna Law, I think.
Yeah, thank you, Donna Law. That is very, very much appreciated.
Very kind of you. Very kind of you.
Anyway,
I was super depressed because I seen these on Twitter and I was like, they're fucking amazing. I had a brilliant idea I was going to try and make enamel pin badges. So I modelled up Nollis actually. I really like the Nollis ones. I modelled them up in CAD and I was going to try and 3D print them, silicon mould them, and then pour them. But I can't get the resolution on my printer. So I got a model. I was like, it's going to be amazing to try and
If you send me the 3D file,
Testing.
the library in Minehead has got a high resolution 3D printer.
Do
There
they?
you go.
I might be able to print out some
There you go.
ones there.
Merchandise is being made as we speak. Think about that.
We could. There's the possibility we could make moulds of them if you were doing them sort of so that we can pour the enamel into.
That was the plan. Yeah, it's all raised.
We could make resin moulds of them.
I just
cast
couldn't
them in resin.
I couldn't get the resolutions on the walls.
We're talking about all this stuff so that some technical adjustments can be done on the slide.
But yeah, I thought they were great, and they would make amazing enamel pin badges. When I seen them, I was like, they're just pin badges.
I love a pin badge.
Yeah, they're great. And I thought I could try and surprise and make some, but I couldn't.
We'll chat about this later because
there you go.
there could be a way around of doing this.
I've only got the Nollis made.
Look at that, Chaotic Awesome. You're contributing to the manufacturing of merchandise, so thank you very much. We'll be able to afford all the blue tack you can possibly imagine.
I want one on a pog. You want to do that?
You just give you a pog. You just make you a pog. Or you want it on a pog?
Yeah, I want them all on a pog.
Oh, I wonder. You probably could.
You could print a slammer, right?
I reckon so. Yeah.
alienating our younger viewers who don't know what pogs are.
What? Everyone knows what a pog is. Everyone knows what a pog is, right?
I'm ancient and I know
Thank
what
you,
pogs are.
thank you, Norris.
Really?
I was trying to mouth a lot of that to you. If you can just move it slightly more towards your mouth, that microphone, Tony.
But
I'd hate for our fans to not
This
be
is
able
a
to
shared
hear
one,
you.
right?
It is, yes, but we
people
get
don't
Zolan more on that one.
Oh, that's true. Actually, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. After some of those minor technical hitches, as usual, we will go over to Claro's collaboration.
It's good. Collaboration. I'm so sorry if you're wearing headphones. Last week, we started by looking at the dead bodies of the man geese in front of us. And continuing on to the rival farm, I will need Zolan to give me all the specific names.
I was wondering how long you were going to last before you had to...
The book! I might have the names, I might not.
Whose farm? Bergax?
Bergax is the first farm.
Okay,
A-Fest is the second.
So we moved on to Bergax's farm or A-Fest farm.
Bergax was the first farm. That's the one that was burnt.
We moved on to A-Fest farm.
A-Fest's farm, yeah.
And we caught up with Mr. A-Fest himself.
A-Fest himself, yeah.
He was quite cagey with us. And eventually
It was a bit
after...
odd.
Believe you.
Wearing very fine clothes in a very run-down business.
Eventually after hassling him...
Breaking and entering first.
A little bit.
There's one invitation.
You went spear long head in, right? Yeah. You were perfect. You actually managed to charm and he invited you in.
Right, yeah, you forced me to. I was like, go.
One of us forced you in.
Everybody.
I think it was you. After some convincing, he managed to reveal some details with us. He said that the other farm were magic users, but Nollis managed to reveal that this was in fact a lie. So they're using politics to essentially win the fight between the two farms and who will supply the trade route to Equa and to the elves. So essentially no one can really be trusted in that situation. We don't know who is responsible.
No, it's all very sort of... it seems to be more a family feud than an actual businessy based thing. I think there's more... It's more family orientated. It's one of those things you don't want to get involved in.
Not so much. So we chatted to the children because we wanted to find out more about the bandits. And all we know is that a barrel of eggs was stolen from the farm. That's
Allegedly.
Allegedly. We have no proof of this. It doesn't follow on to anything else. So that's where we stand with that group. We'll find out more later, I assume. We headed on back into town. Where did we go from there?
To the town
Oh,
hall.
to the town hall.
Yes, the town hall. Where
Everyone remembers Chastity.
You
met
your best friend.
The town prostitute out
No,
front.
the Minister of Economics.
Zolan, don't look up!
Actually.
Quite a scary group of people. We went inside, we met Peter the rapist.
That's right.
And the mayor. What's the mayor's name?
I've got it written down.
It's close.
It's pretty close.
Umba.
It is Umba. Yeah, it is
Umba.
Umba.
Yeah.
Umba.
Not the most eloquent nor intellectual of creatures.
No, and he's very troll-like. Very, very troll-like.
Ogre-like.
Ogre.
Slash ogre-like.
Who else was there?
Scum.
Scum was there, that's
Scum.
right.
He
Scum,
seems to be in
scum,
charge of security
scum,
in the
scum,
town.
scum.
And he's got lads that
Boys.
inform... Boys. The boys.
That boys,
Yeah. That inform him on information going on around the town. And I assume execute his will about town. So,
Who else?
well, we sat down
Okay.
for an official meeting. Scum went out to get the other representatives of the town. And we sat down around this table and we spoke to an old dude,
Is the angry one with they got mud thrown in his face? Campbellwood?
Campbellwood, and the doctor,
Yeah.
Dr. Gable.
The guy who got mud thrown in his face was Peter the
Peter.
Rapist.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh, damn. He deserved it then.
And Chastity, who is
The Minister of Economics.
Minister of Economics. She knows a lot about money.
Yeah.
So we sat and we spoke to these people,
And Dr. Gable.
and really, honestly, they didn't give us a whole lot.
No, and Malcolm was getting a bit irate at the whole situation and basically stomped out.
And Scum
said that there was a peeper.
Peeping Lester Bell.
Peeping Lester Bell.
Oh yes, who was taking the blame, whether justifiably or not, for
the
all the
banditry.
bandit activity.
Apparently he was out of town by the 2 trees, only 30 minutes out of town. But this is a location that we didn't see on our way in to the west. Nothing notable. Also, the guys in Brogerbush said that there were no bandits. Correct. This was something
They actually said that they were the bandits. I was asking them about the bandits in the forest, and they said the people of Broger think we're bandits. So it's all a farce. The
Yes.
bandits aren't actually real, I don't think.
Yeah.
And it's Peeping Lester Bell's on the payroll.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But we were forwarded on to talk to the children about this by Scum. So Claire stormed out, actually, to begin with, and the rest of the party followed. And we spoke to the children in the street, and again, they weren't much use, except when they did forward us on to, was it Danny?
No, they were good use, because they told us about... Well,
One-
we kind of
one
knew that
nug-
already a little.
One nugget of information
Still fuckers.
to go and talk to.
We only need one nugget.
Yeah.
Danny.
And so we got them to point us at Danny's house. We threw them a gold piece, even though you did not want to.
Because he was a twat. He didn't deserve a gold piece. Simple as that.
So we threw them a gold piece.
We must try to present a more united front during our negotiations with
that's
NPCs.
And we went to the house. We knocked on the door. It was a bit more well presented than any of the houses in town. It had flower boxes outside. Looks like someone actually cared about what that house looked like. We knocked on the door and we met... Initially we met Danny himself or his mother.
It was Danny.
No, Danny first, because
We spoke with Danny and he gave us a little bit of information. It was clear that he was ill. He had a very bad cough. And he said he knew of the bandits because he was nosy.
Yeah.
That was all, really. We spoke to his mother, who wore a porcelain mask, and underneath she was greatly scarred, almost no facial features.
she was
Tessa.
very, very reluctant to provide any information, wasn't she?
She was very reluctant, and she would not let us in her house, which suggests something going on.
Explosives.
Something's
An
amiss.
explosive factory.
So it became clear that her children...
Everybody's a terrorist to you.
It became clear that her children were ill and that we could potentially heal them and that she was probably someone that we could trust. So we took her back to the pub,
With,
scuttled on by the bartender.
3 kids.
3 kids, yes.
2 other ill kids.
Yeah, a little baby and 2 old
Dennis.
boys. Dennis and Danny.
And yeah.
With a little bit of magic, our very own Nollis managed to heal 2 of the children in our room while
While Malcolm was trying desperately hard to convince everybody in the bar that, well, particularly the barman, that the lightning and explosions going off 5 foot above his head weren't happening at all.
I think you did a very good job of that, actually. You played the kind of bar heavy very well. And you'd swap places with Zolan, who'd got a couple of pints. Some pints of mead. And Nollis got drunk and healed some kids. So there's still 2 to heal. The little baby, I believe, and Tess herself.
Yeah.
However, we were done for the day. So she headed off back to her own house. And this was a little late in the evening. We decided to take a long rest. Malcolm was coming up the stairs. And the group were going to inform him on what they'd discovered and chatted with Tess about. They told Tess about Weirdwit because she seemed a safe person. She'd actually been tortured in the Sweet Mines and told us about that location. She agreed to meet us in 20 days' time.
At the Sweet Mines, where we kind of agreed that we were going to help with a bit of a revolution, basically.
Another sea elf, I believe, there as well, isn't it? Locked up in the mine.
Yeah. More importantly, apparently, the townspeople are getting ready to rebel against the government that is in place because they're a bunch of bellends, clearly. And tomorrow seems to be to us no better day to rebel, given that the Elven delegation will be there. I would like to remind the party that we are not defenders of the Elven delegation. We are in fact wanted criminals in Callus, and they've come from Callus. So if we show our faces, we'll probably be
Yes.
killed.
Depending on who turns up as part of this delegation, could be quite uncomfortable for us.
Indeed, magic is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit illegal.
Claire is saying this throughout the evening.
If only you'd reminded yourself of that
In Callus.
6 months ago.
Yeah. But post-session, we had decided that we were going to converse during the night. We talked a little strategy, maybe about fighting this delegation, and that's where we leave our party as we wake.
Also, can I remind of the threat of assassination?
Yeah.
Is also prevalent at this point.
Excuse I.
And that was your collaboration.
Collaboration.
Bloody good.
Thank you very much, Claro.
You're very welcome.
So you decided to sleep for a long rest. Remind me who was on. I think each of the elves was taking a watch. That's cool.
Bed bounce watch.
Before anybody adjusts their sheets,
Oh.
let's do this first.
Rolling.
So the first. You were taking the first watch, Thornair, was that right?
As per
you-
usual.
You the second, Nolus.
Yes.
So you settle down for the evening. You're in the two different rooms you've got there. Is that correct?
Yeah, myself and Zolan.
Sure.
Oh, we're in 2 rooms. I didn't know.
And the other three are in the other room. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
And-
Didn't have you. You're a stowaway, actually.
So the rest of you are bedding down for the evening as you kind of stay up, just listening.
Probably not paying too much attention. I had a bit of mead, didn't I?
Yeah, sure.
Probably roll with disadvantage.
Not as much as this fellow here.
So
Who is steaming.
you're all able to settle down. As soon as you hit the floor, Nollish, you can just conk straight out after your downing of
collapse.
multiple meads.
It's going to collapse on the floor. Prostate, face down.
Malcolm, you really struggle to sleep.
Right.
To the point where you're tossing and turning, and 2 hours in, you realise you can't sleep.
Right. I will take the watch then.
Would you need a lullaby?
You can try.
Not from the car.
Shut up in there! So freaking loud.
Malcolm can't sleep. Where's Bamba? Bamba.
He's probably out in the Just shut up.
Is the bar still open?
You can wander down there. You realise so at the start of the evening, the bar would be open, yes, as the rest of you are trying to bed
Okay,
down.
so by the time I realise that I can't sleep, is the bar still open by this point?
Yes,
Right, I'm going to go downstairs and get a drink.
fine. So you're drinking. So Munty's down there. If you'd like to have any particular conversation with him, you're welcome to.
I'm not particularly in the mood for chatting. If he's got any questions he wants to ask me, I'll try and avoid answering them. But
Sure.
so,
So
yeah, I'm not going to initiate any conversation. Just going to sit and have a quiet drink.
So are you staying down there until
Yeah.
it
yeah,
shuts,
just-
in effect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prop up the corner of the bar.
So after about 3 hours, they're going to begin to close down. You'd have made your way through around about, I'd imagine, 12 copper pieces, which is three mugs of ale.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So that's you. Down there, there's a few other people keeping themselves. No one's engaging with you. Even Munty, he looks at you a couple of times, but he doesn't come over to speak with you. The rest of you are sleeping. Your 4 hours kind of passes, and just as you're getting ready to nod off, the bar is shutting simultaneously, Malcolm.
I'll go back up to the room then. Just lie out on the cot and stare at the ceiling.
Sure. So you do so. At this point, Thornair, you rest your head down to sleep as you wake Nollis, or you naturally wake.
Uncharismatically for a elf, he's snoring loudly.
Is that through his gills?
Yeah.
It's quite a sight.
talk as you wake up and you take the watch instead, Nollis. You realise that Thorny's going down, and you see Malcolm, and you can detect he's struggling, tossing and turning.
You okay?
Yeah, just can't sleep.
Does this happen a lot to you?
Not usually, no. Usually sleep quite well.
Well, if you cannot sleep later, you could come share war stories. We was there. Or I could just hit you really hard over the back there.
I think I'll go with it.
Or light suffocation.
No, that's okay.
Just to help you drift off. Okay, well, if you change your mind.
So
If I get really desperate, I'll...
yeah, so you progress through the evening. You're meditating or whatever it might be that you're doing, or if you're speaking with Malcolm.
I'll probably allow him to try and sleep as much as possible. I'll probably just be out in the... I'll probably be kind of like pacing around the rooms, obviously fearful of assassination and stuff, so I'll be keeping quite a keen eye out actually, because I know that I was casting magic yesterday, so
Sure.
waiting for the fuzz to show up.
Yeah. So you can give me your perception roll generally.
Passive or?
No, just because you're actively trying to keep aware, aren't you?
Okie dokie. It's only a 12.
12.
What about me? Am I?
You're attempting to sleep, so I would say you're passively aware, but not. I don't believe you to be actively keeping watch, unless you tell me otherwise. So, the rest of the evening is kind of heading on. I mean, you've been awake for kind of 6 hours now. You can tell there's no matter, you feel really tired, but for whatever reason you're unable to rest.
I'm gonna just give up on this and go down. So I'm gonna go downstairs and get some fresh air.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'd say to Nollis, yeah, I can't sleep. I'm gonna go outside, get a bit of fresh air.
Chastity's probably up.
You'll probably have a long day. You should try and rest.
Yeah, I can't get my head down. So
Okay.
Fine.
You sure you don't want me to try the...
no,
No?
Malcolm, do you want me to put you to sleep?
no, it's okay. No, it's fine. Why does everybody want to hit me over the head?
Make fun.
So you're going to run through the remainder of the evening.
Yeah, I'm just going to go out and. I mean, it was fairly early in the evening when we were settling down, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're in the midst of the night now. It's dark.
Yeah.
As you step downstairs, the door's locked.
From the inside? Yeah, so I'm going to unlock the door and just go out on the veranda.
Sure. Well, it looks like there's. So as you look at the door, there's a key that looks like it locks the door.
Yeah, I'm going to unlock the door.
The key is not in the keyhole. Sorry, that's what I
Oh.
mean. So there's a key. There's a
right.
keyhole, but there's not an obvious
I
way to
see.
unlock the door.
Okay. That's a bugger. Okay, I'll have a look just behind the bar, see if there's a key hanging up somewhere.
Sure. Yes. Make an investigation roll.
Ooh, that's powerful 2.
2. Okay.
Plus 2 is a huge 4.
So you have a thorough route around, looking behind the bar, kind of looking in all the different parts of the room that you can see. There's not an obvious key.
Get lost amongst the kegs.
Oh, bollocks. Right, so yeah, I'll go back up to the room then in that case. It's not
I thought you were going to go outside.
Yeah, the door's locked.
Just give it a little push.
No, I don't want to cause any more damage than we're going to do later.
Nobody's away, don't know it's you.
Even so.
Okay. I can go and see if I can open it.
No, it's okay.
I don't believe you.
It's
What if
okay.
it's not locked?
I'm not that desperate to go outside. I was just going to go and get some fresh air.
Why would they lock us in here? In case somebody...
They're probably locking everybody else out, to be fair,
Okay.
rather than locking us in.
So I don't like being trapped in here.
Really trapped. You know, if you really wanted to get out, you could
Well,
just knock the door down.
Already I can only move in directions along the floor. You could say you're trapped.
Oh,
You
you
can't-
consider it might be because of the bandits.
What?
Also, shut up.
I get the impression we're keeping him awake.
Who?
The voice.
That
in the
angry
next room.
voice?
Yeah, the angry voice in the next room.
Oh, he's fine.
Sounds like somebody I might know.
Yeah.
Okay. So we go through the rest of the evening. I'm frantically looking up a rule. I'm here. We're going through
Locked doors.
Yeah, no. We're going through the.
Was that a jingle? Oh, I thought I got too excited.
Just this.
Oh, I thought it was a jingle. Apologies.
Are you saying that we've taken a full?
So everybody other than Malcolm
Oh,
has taken a long rest, and you get through your full 8 hours.
I've got all the naughty slots back.
remember to
Son of a bitch.
rechoose your spells if you need to.
I forget you can re-choose.
And if I check my player handbook,
I'm keeping mine.
check my player handbook. Just give me one.
I'm very focused about what I get.
It's another one of those situations where I knew this was the first thing that was going to happen.
You're not going to win the
Why
quiz.
didn't I check it previously?
Somebody's not winning the quiz.
So
Knowing full well that you were going to keep me up all night,
I
you
know.
might at least have checked the consequences.
yeah, I know
beforehand.
that's entirely
See, it's
fair.
got to be
Malcolm.
important because
Entirely
normally
fair.
you would announce what rule
I
it
know.
was, and we'd all just sort of guess,
Yeah.
and then we'd go each other one sounds most appropriate. So this means this rule is probably what's going to kill us.
Can you make a Constitution save, please, Malcolm?
What?
A boulder falls on you.
Well,
Oh no!
that's your fault.
Shit your pants.
That's your
That
fault.
sounds like a 1 to me.
That was a natural.
I didn't do it. I wasn't near it.
Malcolm, you feel exhausted.
Death saving throw.
Shut up!
You feel exhausted.
No, he will.
Have you got inspiration?
No, I haven't.
Until you can overcome this exhaustion, you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Yikes! Oh, that's going to be really useful for
Why
today.
couldn't you sleep, Malcolm? What's
What's
I
that?
don't know.
So not saving throws, just to be clear, just ability checks.
Right. Okay.
You can talk to me about it. I'm a good listener.
you're missing home?
Missing home, get it? Sounds like the common word for home.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I just couldn't sleep. Just couldn't. There's too much stuff going on in this place. It's just buzzing around my head, I think.
Have you realised that your god is weak?
I'm not really a huge god person. I know that Holm is on this whole kick and everything, but I'm just not really.
Oh, I see. Is lightning coming from the sky not strong enough proof for you?
That's your god. That's indicative of gods.
It's not always what it's cracked up to be.
Well, no.
Sometimes you do not have a choice.
True. Like when it comes
At
to
least
sleeping.
you have a choice, you know?
Yeah.
I will strangle you if it'll help.
I don't think that's going to help at the moment.
Okay. Or you could take some of Claro's. Surely you can make something. You're probably trying to sleep. He's just talking to you anyway.
He's just waking up.
Surely you can make some like a tonic, or like a
Gin
bit of
and tonic.
and a gin and some more tonic.
No, I swear to Celeste, just shut up. Are you awake?
Just
still
help.
then?
Just try and help.
I think I am after all of
Are you awake?
this shenanigans.
So it's very dark. The sun hasn't risen yet.
I've night vision, sorry, okay. Night vision, sorry. Dark vision.
You're not telling us about all your gadgets.
Dark.
I would
Terrible.
like to look out the window, please, and have a look at the yard.
Sure. So you can look outside. Of course, it's very dark. You've got your dark vision.
Yeah.
Is there anything particularly looking? Just scanning there.
Anyone who
Vast
looks
armies.
like bandits.
Sure.
Yeah.
So make a perception roll. So there's nothing within your visible immediate area, but if you
Yeah.
make a
He squints.
roll with disadvantage for the longer distance,
Okay. 17 plus 3, 20.
Wow.
the only thing
18
the only
and
thing that
17.
stands out to you is you've noticed the Red Ronk Swampy is stood within the Bergax farm area. That's the only thing that seems to be obviously changed from last night.
Hey guys, Nos, can you hear me through the wall?
I can hear you anywhere. Your voice is like burnt into my brain flaps.
I'm sorry for that. The
It's a good thing.
The Swampy, the Red Ronk Swampy, it's at the Bergax farm.
Oh, it'll be eating the eggs.
But the other guy, he said that they summoned it to eat his eggs.
This was a lie.
Maybe, but this seems odd, right? That it's just stood there.
No, it is eating the eggs.
Okay.
They're going to be out of business because the thing will eat all the eggs.
Presumably this is through the walls at the moment still. Yeah.
They're going to be out of business. It will eat all the eggs.
No, let's just look out the window.
Could I suggest that we all convene in one room? Malcolm's a bit tetchy.
I
Which
thought
room?
we couldn't get out. It's locked. I heard
No,
all of
no,
that.
the downstairs is locked.
What, your room is
You can-
locked?
You locked into your room. Can't you get out of your room?
No.
But why didn't you come into
Can
this
you
room?
not get out of your room?
Is this like a Earth joke, like
Malcolm's
an
feeling
Asher
very
joke that I'm not
touchy.
aware of? Not Earth, of course. Don't know what that is.
Let's convene downstairs.
Okay.
I'm just bouncing.
Still bouncing on the
Have
bed.
been.
All
Sorry,
night.
God.
This never gets old for you.
So the five of you make your way down the creaky stairs.
Thorno, we might need you to talk to the swampy.
It's just like, hey, buddy.
I'm going to take my blanket with me.
Yeah.
I don't do so well in the morning, so I'm just going to stay wrapped up.
It's late at night.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Or was it early morning? Late night?
You're
Early
in,
morning?
you're in the early hours of AM.
Oh, weren't
somewhere.
we meeting what's her face
Chastity?
Tess?
at like midnight? Or did I make that up?
No,
Morning.
that's in the morning.
Is it?
Oh,
Oh, it's a good job you're paying attention.
I thought she was coming around at like midnight to get cured.
Morning.
Morning, yeah.
Should we accidentally open this door? Apparently it's locked. None of us will try the door, not trusting Malcolm.
The main door to the
Yeah.
Flumingburden. It is locked.
Yeah, you weren't lying. I thought you were just weak.
There's the stale smell of yesterday's beer down there, and it's been somewhat tidied, but there's still chairs kind of strewn around and occasional spills on the tables.
Claro will search for the key behind the bar.
Sure. Investigate.
I already looked there.
It's 11.
11. You suspect there's a hook, which you suspect might often contain a key. It's not there.
The key's usually here. By the
You
looks
found a
of things.
hook, did you? I didn't find a hook. I
Any,
didn't find anything.
any chimneys that I can climb up?
There is a main central chimney.
Just before you do something crazy, we could probably just pick this lock.
We could probably look for the back door.
Oh yeah, I know someone's got a
all the-
lock pick in his
We've
beard.
got,
Yeah.
we've got the back door.
Somebody's got a lockpick in his beard.
Is
Is there a back door?
Is there a back door? What my investigation? Or just perception? What do you want?
It's classic
There's-
Zerlin. You
there
rolled
are-
without even asking.
You didn't even
Is
have
there
to-
a back door?
Apparently there's 23 of them.
No matter which dice you roll, there doesn't appear to be a back.
Oh, okay, alright.
Are you sure?
Would you like me to pick the... I can try the door. Can I try the lock?
Are there any glass in the windows?
There are panes within the windows, yes.
I'll crawl over to the door. And might I add that I forget to say that I get advantage on all tools that I'm proficient with, and I'm level 3. I believe that's right.
And you
Where are
can
we?
convince the lock with your galoshes.
Read the script.
You have like a character booklet.
It's all in here, baby.
The artificer.
Yeah. I don't know
He's
where I
got-
read that.
he's
I
got
read
all
it.
the stuff that normally goes in a book.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
You know,
Yes,
the first. Yeah,
Tool expertise, starting at level 3, your
Yeah.
proficiency bonus is doubled.
Wow.
Oh, doubled, sorry for
Only
my
double proficiency.
doubled, not, I don't get advantage. Bam.
Ooh,
Is that 13? Is that
13,
cocked?
that's 13.
it's a cocked one.
Oh, God.
I would say that's a 1.
That's a 13.
That's a 13.
That's a
for me.
13.
Really?
That's a
13, yeah.
bloody 13,
Oh, yeah.
that is. So,
From here, it looks like a 1.
where's sleight of hand +4 +2? So
You know
that's
what, it-
6, 19.
Reroll it.
What? No, what? What?
It was cocked. I was kidding. 12. That'll do.
+4
That's a fair
+2, 18.
18.
We essentially rolled with
So pick the lock.
On your decks, yeah?
That was my sleight of hand. Do you want me to go with dex? I can go dex. That'll be 16 if it's just dex.
Yeah. So you fiddle with the lock, and you've got a lockpick kit.
You're in
Yeah.
the beard.
So that's right.
Yeah.
So you remove your lockpick.
Is that right?
You've
And you
got a
see-
whole load of weasel blood in your beard.
You see
we haven't
Zolan.
bathed, have we?
Zolan is just slightly above his eye height, probably.
Yeah.
Just picking this lock carefully, and after a moment, you just hear a and you realise you freed the mechanism.
I could have done that.
But I'm stuck in the chimney now. So new driver.
I forgot
I
to mention
did
the
say-
fire is still roaring. It's
So
not-
it was mere embers before, but it's now called trousers.
Okay, the door's open.
Oh, we're open.
You open as you turn the handle, I assume.
Yeah, I can try. Yeah.
Turn the handle, and the door opens inwards, and the cool night air just kind of hits you. You get a bit of a chill.
We could do with that. Yeah.
The air just comes within the layer of your blanket. If you want to tuck it round you tighter.
Yeah. I will show you the open door.
Well done.
Yeah,
Very much.
That was good.
Well done.
I will put the pick back in the beard. It's the only tool in my beard is the lockpick. That's the only tool.
Are you sure about that?
Wow.
And there's
Quite a long beard.
still quite a lot of blood and other mud and other such
Bits
things.
of
Well-
weasel and
Claro
We'll
steps
wash
out
one
first.
day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nollis will follow.
I'm
She's-
taking the blanket with me. I'll follow.
So you all, Thorin, have you made out of the chimney?
Yeah, I made it out.
So the five of you step out
Good
into
roll.
the cool night air. It's quite
Did you manage
crisp.
to find 5 gold pieces worth of charcoal while you were up there?
Ooh, I found.
Oh, we shan't say.
Yeah, I found a lot.
What's the value of it?
A few copper.
Yeah, just enough.
Oh, it's free because you didn't pay me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You find so it's a very crisp night air. It's not humid in any way, and you look out. It's still. It's silent. There's no movement from anywhere that you can make out immediately.
It's so quiet out here.
Yeah, that just echoes down the street.
Carried right across the
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
You might want to keep your voice down a little bit. We're trying not to attract any
What does
attention.
this mean to keep one's voice down?
Shush.
Shush.
Quietly.
What are we doing outside?
I need Thorin to speak to the Swampy.
Oh, swampy.
Going on another one of Clara's magical quests.
What about the assassins? Should we be outside?
What assassins?
There's
We've not
no
heard about anything
assassin.
about assassins.
Scum is an assassin.
He's a brute. I don't think he's an
I
assassin.
don't know.
But people have been dying, but I don't think it is scum, no?
I don't know. Well,
Maybe it is. I don't know.
I think it's all of those.
Well,
I think
just
we can defend ourselves.
Don't know. I'm in a blanket.
There's
Yeah.
5 of us.
Sterling.
Did we tool
Fair
up?
enough.
Did we have to state that we were going to tool up when we left bed?
No.
If I,
No.
Kind of brought.
We,
I would. Well,
The
you tell
assumption
me.
is we brought our kit with
Yeah,
us.
we wouldn't
that's
leave
right.
for that. No
We
way.
never leave our stuff.
well, we don't because sometimes
We are
it was-
adventurers. We never leave our stuff. Ever.
Okay.
And
Always.
every
That is
day
now
is
the
an adventure.
rule. Yeah.
If you
Okay.
go first, you are the most likely to be a target of
I
assassination.
don't want that to happen.
And then we will see them coming because we will be following you.
How were these delegates assassinated?
We didn't ask anyone, so we have no
No.
idea.
Yeah.
But
Don't know what
everybody,
to look for.
everybody that's against this administration seems to be.
Yeah, that probably would have been a really useful bit of information to have got out of them.
Yeah.
How they died.
Hindsight is a powerful thing, my
Mm.
friend.
We're not against them, obviously, they're right.
I am.
But we haven't, we played along.
Keep the voice low.
It's just echoing in the yard. Yeah. Can we talk to the Swampy?
Didn't we decide that what we were going to do was head out of the town and try and stop the delegation from arriving?
We have time, Malcolm. It's still dark.
I think we can move the Swampy onto the A-Fest farm. From
Cool.
chat, A-Fest, I don't like that.
At least they'll eat half of but the eggs.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Even it out.
So we're heading towards the Swampy.
I don't know. Are we?
Running to the Swampy.
Yeah.
I think we should stay here and talk a bit longer.
Whistling to the Swampy.
So you walk that way. You're a little bit paranoid. A few of you are paranoid as to the amount of noise you're making, but you manage to walk across
I
to
am
the
not.
other side with your galoshes still making movement
Do they squeak?
Silent
Yeah.
galoshes.
silently.
They're silent.
Lovely.
Craftsmanship
stealthy,
is
yeah.
incredible.
You get straight through that mud without hindrance.
Never heard of galoshes being stealthy before.
Yeah. These you have not seen galoshes like these though. That's true.
Galaxy.
So you head across the Swampy, and you notice as you near it, obviously it's very dark for you. There's no lighting at all out here.
Tired, can't see a thing.
There's a little bit of
I feel
moonlight.
like my own grandfather.
But it's very, very dim out here at the moment. And it's quite shadowed as well because you've got the kind of the walls of the crater which shadow at least half of this town as well, even from the moon. And you make it across to the creature. You see it.
Might go back to the hotel actually.
It's not sleeping. It is up, and it still looks like it is ravenously eating. And now it is within the Afest farm boundary. You can still see the now charred and burnt shed that was out the back, and it looks like it's
The
not
Bergax farm. You said Afest farm. It's still at the
I didn't
Bergax.
the
want to call it,
Bergax farm. Sorry, the Bergax farm is the farm you're on, and the Swampy's on.
Nobody's around making any attempt to.
Doesn't look like anyone's around at the moment. It does look quite evident as you're walking this direction that the very, not sturdily constructed timber fence that was around it has been just taken out by this creature. It looks like it's looks highly probable that it's walked straight through it and knocked it over.
Okay. I'll approach the Swampy
Mm-hmm.
and whisper in its tentacle.
Sure.
Whisper in its ear hole.
Its tentacles are splayed right out. They're a good few feet long, probably up around 8, 9, 10 feet. Different tentacles. Some are shorter, some are longer.
Yep.
Just splayed out, hoovering, and so you have to step over some of the tentacles to get close to its ear.
Yeah, I will do that, and I'll ask it its goal in life. Like, you're still hungry.
So hungry.
And I'm just going to ask it, where are you from?
Up.
Up. Would you like to go back up?
Good food here.
Ooh. Okay. I am going to take a look around.
I think at some point we should suggest that the town make it their mascot.
Let me see just check if anyone's around from the town.
Sure. So yeah, make a perception roll.
There it is.
Preparation.
I got one dice.
Trying to find his dice.
I lost it. 15.
15. At least within your viewpoint, you don't believe there's anybody else around.
Okay, well then I throw my scepter straight at the thing while breathing my wind of leaves to encircle its head, and I'm gonna cast Animal Friendship on this massive, lovable brute.
Okay.
So this one lets me convince a beast that I mean it no harm. If its intelligence is 4 or higher, this fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed in a wisdom saving throw. And if it fails that, then it's charmed by me for 24 hours.
So if its intelligence is 4
Or above.
Or above, it fails.
Okay.
Ride the
If
beast.
it's lower than that, it's got to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It will make a wisdom saving throw.
He's so wise.
It's 20.
Oh!
It was a natural 20.
So wise.
So wise.
So the scepter just hits me in the face. Flies back, hits me in the face. I land in the mud.
I don't think it is going well.
Did that work?
That did not work. But I am going to try and climb this thing. And convince it at the same time that I mean it no harm.
Massage it on the way up.
We'll make an animal handling check as
Okay.
you do so.
Oh no. This is a 1.
Natural 20.
Whoa! That's 3 20s rolled so far. One of them by the DM, which doesn't count.
The pause before that indicated it was a 20 or a 1. I didn't know which way it was going. Okay, so you seamlessly mount the top of this red rock swampy. Remember, it's a big creature, so it's probably 10 foot back as it's stood there.
Can you see any bandits from up there?
You've got to kind of climb up one of its legs to get there. It's still stood as it's got its head down. You climb up to the top of it, so including its legs, it's probably 15 feet high.
Are they like elephant's legs, like a hoof?
They're thick, trunky.
Yeah.
They're
Does
like
it have like
almost tree
a
trunk
pad or
legs.
like a?
It's right into the
feet?
mud, so
So
you're not
you know.
entirely sure. And but it's got, in some ways, it's got elephant-esque features. It's thick, leathery, dry-looking creature. And yes, you can mount this creature. and it doesn't seem to
Half elf,
pay
half
any
Cthulhu.
heedance to it at all, almost.
Picture.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, Cthulhu.
I don't think it would understand,
Mhm.
but I'm going to tell it these are bad eggs. I will guide you to better eggs.
Okay. And as soon as you say that, it stands up.
I'm going to steer it.
With your 20, I'm happy for that.
I think there's actually things in the player's handbook about controlling actually like the
Jesus.
amount.
Rules lawyer.
It's more fun to roll for, isn't it?
Yeah, I would make him roll if he hadn't got his natural 20. Then. So you feel like you have control of the beast at the moment.
Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna gonna give it a
thing to
bit
take
of a-
home from that is at the moment.
I'm gonna give it a yeah, hi ho silver, and then we're gonna take it out of the farm.
Yeah.
And I haven't decided where to go yet. Just out of the farm.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be just like shouting to the guys, "Where do you want it?"
So the creature just starts walking a little bit faster than previously. It does seem to all of you that Thorin knows what he's doing here. He looks
I think
in
we'd make a
control.
hell of an ambush.
Yeah. And it
Monster's
starts,
just going to clap.
yeah. It takes you back to when you were in the song barn.
Yeah.
Attempted a very similar activity and it didn't go quite as well. Perhaps you realise Thorin's affinity for animals might be slightly superior to your own.
Yeah, this is why you don't smack them with your stick.
I only smack the little ones. The ones that I think I can get over the horizon.
So it's got up and it's walking back through the gap that it looks like it made in the fence as it walked through. It's not actually that noisy as you hear it squelching through the mud, but it's not heavy footsteps that is being softened by the squelch of the mud.
Make
It's
it break
walking.
something. Do a flip.
Yeah, it's just
So I'm
walking.
gonna try pop a wheelie. Show off.
Are you okay? Well, give me an animal handling roll.
no.
Oh no. Oh no.
It is a 16.
A 16. So
More of a bunny hop.
you realise pretty quickly it's limping on the front right foot. So when you try and make it rear as such, you feel like it's trying to do something, but it kind of staggers down on its foot, and you can sense there's some kind of pain probably.
Malcolm
Okay.
is going to have a look at said foot while we're walking along. He's just going to, and while it rears up,
Mhm.
Malcolm's going to have a look at said injured foot.
Okay, we'll make a medicine roll, please.
Ooh.
And you are going to have to do it at disadvantage because it is the dark.
Yes, I am. Yes.
And you're
And-
sleeping.
And you are
And I'm
sleep
sleepy.
deprived. So it's always, if double disadvantage were a thing,
I'm sure you'd use
No,
it.
not
Roll
yet.
4 dice and choose left.
9 or 19.
Oh,
Okay, so that's going to be 11.
Okay, so very dark and tricky to see. The way it's limping,
I'm sort of looking for an obvious injury or something stuck in it. Something
yeah, it
like
doesn't look like that to you. You can't see a splinter or or a cut or anything like that. There's certainly some grazing down the body of the creature, but there's not. It's not covered in wounds.
Claro. It's obviously, it seems to be injured on this leg.
Okay.
It looks like there's some sort of damage here. Can you
Set
see
it on
anything?
fire. That's about
No,
as much
please
as I
don't
can
set
do.
it on fire.
Why do we care about the big octopus seahorse thing? It is eating all the eggs. It is here. One day it will die like the rest of us. It is weak.
Politically, it's a bit of an issue with the farms and the eggs.
Somebody else's politics, perhaps. We are adventurers. We shouldn't be worrying about the eggs and the elephant. It looks happy. It's having a good time.
I
My
can't
number
argue.
one mission is to get this out of here now. I don't care about bandits.
As you're disenchanting,
I'm kind-
Thorin
I'm
is still
kind
kind of.
I'm kind of on Mollus's side here with this. I think this is a...
If it is not going to help us free these people from the troubles that they are having, I do not see why it is outing of our concern.
Drop it off on the farm and let's...
Hey, we wanted to disrupt the trade route. Why don't we just get the thing to eat all the eggs? They want to be a trade route.
I can't argue.
Got a point.
I could probably talk to our little fish friends and tell them to change homes.
That would work.
I don't know. I don't speak mud, but I can try it. It's probably the same, different dialect, perhaps.
Waterish.
You could try.
Just thick water, isn't it?
Nonce is going to put his face into the mud and talk his usual.
This is a wonderful situation. Isn't it? He's face down in the mud talking to the mud
So
skippers.
he's stood up. He's just going to bend over.
He's 15 foot up on the back of a
Popping a badass wheelie.
popping a wheelie on a half Cthulhu, half elephant.
It's a very strange experience because you've got 2 of the 5 people that you're with are speaking to these animals, which is very unusual. You know, I've got to remind everybody this is not usual behaviour throughout your life experiences.
I think Claire has seen enough of this. It's pretty common.
So you bend down and you're speaking.
Yeah, it's like face in the mud.
you
His
still
gills kind of
walking?
inflate a little
You're
bit.
still
and you're
walking along while you're face down in the mud.
No, it's just 90 degrees bent in the middle, face in the mud, and he's just going to start talking. If the gambles,
Yeah.
Gamble.
Gamble.
If the gambles have a built-in swim speed, which they may not because they're mud skippers, I don't know. They might not understand. He's just going to start talking. And he's going to say,
So just to point out that at the moment there's not this big mass of them skipping.
yeah, he's just talking into the
Just
loudly
into the mud, of course.
mud.
Yeah.
So-
The only other creature you see, just to point this out to you,
Oh.
is one of these
there's
bloated, ugly, fatter fish that's kind
Yeah.
of, or fish-like creatures that's kind of sat on the top of the mud that's just squelched on the top there. I mean,
like
it's
it.
alive, but it
Yeah.
looks. That's how I would
Stomped
describe it. Sat. Yeah.
Stomped on.
But yeah, he's just going to be saying, these people are here to steal your eggs. You must move on. You must go somewhere where you are free to live your own life.
Can you make a persuasion check?
Nice. I like that that's
This
a
could
check.
be the best place for them, though. It could be that this crater is the ideal. It's a 20.
I am God for the mudfish.
Was that
happened?
3 20s in a row? Yeah. What is going on?
Ridiculous.
I weighted all of our dice before we
God
began.
of the mudfish. You weighted the wrong side of my die.
So just repeat that back to me. Sorry.
What I said the
Nonce.
first time. I said,
Thank you.
um,
Okay, so
I said these people are taking advantage of you, and you should go and find a new home somewhere else in the mud.
they don't speak to you, but you hear. You make out occasional what you would call words. So it's a bit more broken up than the creatures you're used to speaking to. Like, bloop, 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 bloop. And you can't make out specifically what they're saying, but it seems affirmative.
Good luck with your future endeavors.
At this
And
point, this amazing kind of sight happens to all of you. You just see all of this wonder from underneath you. There's kind of almost rippling out from this central point where Nollis is. All of these gambols just pop up. It's this, and it's just growing wider and wider from that central point.
Like sloppy little meerkats.
When the radius is increasing, and you just start to see them in this almost perfect circle, just heading off in this different direction. That circle's ever widening, and they're all upping and moving from their location. It's like this communication is just getting wider and wider until it's almost a silver floor that just catches under this moon, and the whole surface of that mud just starts. It's like you're walking on a sheet of silver as these creatures just start hopping up around your feet and disappearing further into the distance, so that the circle around you is mud, and you see this silver circumference just dissipating further and further away.
Have you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but have you just completely destroyed this town's economy in like one swell swoop?
Capitalism can be a terrible thing, my friend.
Okay.
While they're going, he's
This
just
is
going.
one way to cause an uprising. So I'm going to be
Say-
following that disc. Basically, I'm going to be leading the Swampy to this disc.
Sure.
He's going to be saying, "One day I will come to you. One day I will call upon you for a service."
Second, boys.
One day your king will return. Squelch, you fools! Squelch!
Take that, Peter, you rapist.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
The end of Peter Rapist comes as he's smothered under 1,000 mud skippers.
So you see this amazing
That's
sight,
got to happen now.
and then you also see Thorinir then following with the Red Ronk Swampy towards back towards kind of the tavern and the lift and Galax Galoshes and all that area.
I'm going to offer you my blanket to...
Oh. Thank you very much. He's going to wipe
Oh,
my
yeah.
body. He's probably wiped all the clay off at this point, so he's looking very blue.
Ooh.
But-
Da-da-dee-da-da-da.
We don't have much longer left
Yeah,
in this
we-
town, unless
Not
it's
anymore.
fine.
What else can we do? It's like grey
Famous
paste
last
and mud.
words.
Just
Yeah, I sense some burning happening soon.
Yeah, he's itching.
A blazing exit from this place.
So, we have to deal with this delegation. We discussed that maybe the lift would be a good choke point to deal with them.
Well, do we have to now? Because the delegation will come and there will be no trade.
We have kind of,
But we do need to protect the people. When they
That's
realise
true,
there's no
not
trade, the people will suffer.
The other option is
the
that
other trouble is that when this delegation arrive, there's a very good chance that we're going to be recognised for who we are.
That is true.
we could hide. The other chance is we stay in the inn, we lock the doors, we can see the centre of the town from where we are,
Brilliant.
and we see how
we're
it goes.
suggesting we put ourselves in a small confined space where we can be easily surrounded by possibly a couple of dozen guardsmen.
I'm suggesting we put ourselves in an elevated position above the delegation, of which myself and anyone with a bow would be in an offensive position.
When you put it like
depends.
that.
Perhaps
What
you
is
could,
our what is our
probably a
goal?
little cat.
What do we want to do here?
We want to make sure the people are safe. We've been instructed to help the people.
Well, we know that this uprising, they want the trade route to fail. It'll now fail. I suppose, in hindsight, I'm a little bit worried they will now be destitute, but that is something else that we
They
will
wish
cross.
to cripple the government. It's not just the trade
True.
route. There will be violence in this town.
Yeah.
Should we find some saboteurs?
Well, we know where one of them
Some
lives.
rebels?
Yeah.
But she would not let us in her house. She is very protective. Maybe she
Oh.
has nice furniture, or
She wouldn't let us into the house. That was before you healed to her children.
I don't know. She was very perhaps.
Perhaps under dead of night is best. If we
Maybe
can talk
if we turn up and say that we're here to be part of your revolution this time, rather than what we said last time. Maybe putting ourselves forward, perhaps
I agree.
running our flag up.
I think
the masts.
Zerlin will be able to talk us in.
You think?
Yeah.
It worked last time.
Did?
We got into the farm.
We did, yeah. Are we at the farm? Are we at the A-Fest farm?
Other than Thorinir, who's on the other side of town,
He's alright.
riding on the Red Rock Swampy.
Just because we're
Trying
here,
to ride this thing up the side of the crater.
I'm going to...
Yeah. I've got 2 coconuts.
Is there an obvious way into the new expanded part of the A-Fest's farm? Is there an obvious entrance that doesn't look too difficult to break into?
It's just a wooden
Just
fence.
'cause we're here. But then they had a brand new building on the back.
So they're
didn't they?
building
Big
and building.
expansion.
It's basically, if you picture it, it's almost a timber frame at the
Oh, is it?
moment.
Oh, it is it? Oh, right. While we're here, I can't just run over quick, just do a small investigation.
Go ahead.
Just wanted to see what we got
Yeah, so
around.
Nothing in the
See if there's
nothing
anything
in the town is that
100
far
feet,
away,
maybe
is
less.
it?
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you wanted me to roll 100. I was like,
No.
investigation 13. Anything
13.
obvious?
So looking around, is there anything specifically you're looking
A
for?
document of incriminating evidence.
It was in, Governor.
Yeah,
Signed.
Yeah.
would
The
be
town
fabulous.
You look around. In terms of within that building, there is timber.
Yeah.
There seems to certainly a few tools for construction. There's the barrels which are nearby, which you saw the logos on
Yeah.
previously with the A's.
Square with an A on it.
That's it. And past that.
Can I crack a barrel?
Go ahead, yeah,
Can I?
go ahead. Yeah, so it's simple enough. It
Yeah.
seems it's not locked on. It just seems to be.
You're the bandit.
Just a quick investigation before we head
Take a
out.
couple of handfuls while you're at it.
And remember these barrels are kind of now they look like they're roped in, but the
Yeah.
lid will come off.
I'm going to pull the lid off.
So inside there are some gambol eggs,
Can I get my arm in and just check that everything in there is just gambler legs? There's nothing else.
How tall is
way
it?
too much
Surface,
CSI.
yeah, how tall
How
is
tall
it?
is this barrel?
Are you checking for cocaine?
I'm checking for the arms.
So yeah, you're going to reach. So you almost have to climb up
Drag him
into
in.
it because it's almost your whole height. This barrel.
Do you want me to lower you in?
Thank you. We're not apple bobbing.
Have you guys walked over with him as well?
Nollis wouldn't have done, but then he saw him over the barrel and he got interested.
Okay,
He's
fine.
probably, while he's looking at it, he's just going to start eating the gamble legs.
If I can't get my arm to the bottom, I will ask somebody just to
Eat their way down.
maybe.
Yeah.
You to the anything?
It is
So
full
are
of
you?
eggs.
So are you looking in? Are you not?
He's eating.
Okay. So you're seeing.
What's at the bottom, Nollis? Is anything at the bottom?
He's just going to kick it over.
Oh,
Okay. So it's strapped down. So give me a strength check. To see
Oh,
if you-
strapped down.
Well, there's a rope around it in effect.
Kick a hole in it. Gamble legs.
Ooh, so it's a 10.
A 10.
Kick.
You give it a big loud kick, and it slightly dislodges. You kind of almost got it on its side, but it just slightly is still held in. There's enough tension within the rope.
put your arm in.
Have you followed these two idiots over there? So you and me, we're still standing. Basically, we've got him going that way on the back of the Cthulhu beastie.
Mm-hmm.
These two have gone that way over to the farm, and we're just sort of standing.
Awkwardly, there's no
Yeah.
chat.
At that point, you notice, looking right through the window at you, a man rubbing his eyes with silver long hair. It's the man that you met earlier, which was Mr. A-Fest. He's looking straight at you through the window.
Hello.
And he just he shouts back into the house,
Do they have guns? in
something
this town?
behind him.
In this universe.
Do we feel anything? Have we found? Is it just gambler legs?
You've only felt gamble legs, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, it's just eggs.
Let's leave.
Oh dear.
Okay, so at this point, the door from the front of the A-Fest building swings open. From round the corner. What's the meaning of this? You bandits!
We're not
I
bandits.
tricked you, let you into my home! Rube, Oldpool!
We are not bandits.
Yes, we are.
And the two elder boys with this blonde, white, albino-like hair come out. They're half dressed. They've clearly been sleeping, and they come out. One of them's
Going out?
holding a stick, and the other one's looking for something. It appears to grab.
All of the gambles are gone. We are investigating what had caused this.
Get out of here!
Okay. I thought you would be worried that your livelihood has just been ruined, but apparently not, in which case...
And he's just coming towards you, and you can just see spittle in his mouth. He's coming towards you. Come here and ruin my farm!
If you get any closer, friend, I will ruin you.
He comes towards you. You make an intimidation roll.
I'm not actually that intimidating. It's only a 7.
Get out of here now!
Lay a hand on me. Come on. Let us brawl this out.
Dad? And he's just gonna open hand slap you.
Yeah.
At this point, in the distance, from some yards away, you hear the sound of a hood going up and a face being face palmed.
Would you like to see what I rolled?
Go on.
There's another natural 20.
Oh,
Yay! What a natural 20s tonight. Cool. That is a hit.
very palpable hit.
Cool. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
I am going to be fair. It is the dark and he is human, so he should have disadvantage.
It won't be dark in a minute.
And the next roll is awful.
Oh,
So,
wasn't that natural, wasn't it?
the light has saved the scenario temporarily. Yeah.
Cool. So he will take 2d8 lightning damage.
So he doesn't actually hit you
Oh, he doesn't actually
because he
hit.
had disadvantage.
No, the dexterity. So the dexterity is to see if he dodges
That was to see if he hit
what
them,
comes
right?
next.
But isn't that only if he hits?
Yeah.
We took a
Because he got a natural 20, but I rolled
Oh,
again
sorry,
because he has
I
disadvantage.
got you.
Doesn't
Sorry, I was
natural
real
20
slow.
is-
Cool.
isn't it natural
Jack,
20
jump again, though.
disadvantage?
Jack realised it entirely ruins his scenario.
No, I didn't. No, I was just being.
Massive
I would have done it to you, so I have to do it to me as well.
Yeah. Come on, there is no need for violence.
And he tries to
Come on,
kick
come
you
to-
as well.
Whoa.
Do the lightning
Yeah.
thing.
Nollis is going to get in the way.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
So-
just going to shove him.
Okay. So do you want to contest? Do you want to just contest?
Yeah, why not?
Strength v strength, basically.
It's not my forte, but I'll give it a go. That's 13.
13 as
Oh,
well.
what-
So
I
in
can't
event
really
of a
see
tie,
very well. What's going on over there?
None of it's good.
in the event of a
I
tie,
know
the situation
that.
doesn't change. So they're both just pushing each other. One of the children, the elder one that was one of the people that you saw earlier on that was conversing with you, if you remember, one of the children, he comes over to you with the stick, and he looks like he's about to give you a whack with it.
I'll pull out my crossbow.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Get out of here now!
Claro, is that a crossbow?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Ungrateful, cretinous family. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna turn around. Like I'm not even scared.
Okay.
Nollis follows it.
Picked a
You
hell
can-
of a moment to grow some.
Make intimidation roll on the boy.
Intimidation.
Wabam! Oh, it's gonna be okay actually. It's an 18 plus 1, I believe, 19.
It's he seems to pull back as he was about to hit you. He sees the crossbow, and
On to the next boy. You cretin.
okay, he's backing up as well.
I can't
And
notice.
then, get out of here now!
Claro, am I seeing this right?
You're hearing it right.
Okay.
I can only fight children. My courage. I gain courage in the face of
It'll
young
go on your
adults.
own side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Filthy bandits!
Enjoy squalor and bankruptcy. We'll see you later. Or never, hopefully.
Made a powerful foe.
Made a powerful foe. Okay, cool. That sounds like you have a lot going for you right now, so that is good. Enjoy the rest of.
Get out of it! And
your
they just
day.
kind of try and gather around the barrels with their stick. And
We'll leave, I guess.
Yeah.
We're now outlaws in this town as well.
That's okay.
Swaggering out the door.
You guys made your own problems there.
It's alright. Everything's under control, Clara.
Okay.
He's
Wouldn't
just
it be like-
investigating.
Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
nice to go somewhere and not be chased out of town at Spike Point?
The guy tried to frame someone else for magic use, where they will be tortured and hung.
That is a good point.
There's some shady
As if
business.
I do not care what happens to this man. You are lucky I didn't kill him on the spot. It's only because you guys are such weeds that I didn't.
it's only because of his poor vision. At this point, Thorny, you kind of get to the edge of the town. You realise these ripples. At the other edge. You realise these silver ripples have kind of disappeared. It looks like these gambols disappeared kind of within the mud at the sides of the crater.
Okay,
Ride it up.
how steep is it?
Very, very steep. It's not 90 degrees, but much more than 45 degrees.
I'm gonna ask the Swampy. Could you climb that?
No.
Can you eat into the side and get these? There's food in the side. Can you get that?
So you start, its tentacles again splay out against the side of this cavern. And you can feel it sucking the mud and hoovering what you can find.
Okay. I'm gonna climb down.
Mm-hmm.
On its.
Has he managed to
Side.
take this thing towards the part of town that we want to be heading towards? Which
He was heading towards the lift.
Good.
And this is not a lift that would sort this creature out, is it?
The lift does not look as big as the creature. Maybe about half the size of it.
Maybe we need some tinkering.
You say to yourself in the night.
I'm gonna leave the swampy, hopefully eating some eggs from the side.
We'll presumably head towards following the trail left behind.
We're going to go find somewhere to cower in the dark. That is the plan, isn't it?
No, we're going to go and find the revolutionaries.
So we can all cower in the dark together.
They'll get really tired really quick.
We try and electrocute one guy, and all of a sudden it is a
You'll
problem.
be tired and cranky as well.
It is only because you did not sleep last night.
Yeah.
He is normally cranky. This is different.
So we head towards Danny's house.
Danny's house, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, I'm heading back to the
Try not to
Berg
kill
Axe
anybody by
farm.
accident while we're at it.
Well, you all
I
meet one
saved their
another.
lives.
Yeah, because last time I saw you guys, we were all at the Berg Axe farm. So
The
yeah.
Berg.
The Berg.
As
So
they
I'm
call
going to
it.
meet you at the Berg.
Yeah, you all find each other again as you're both kind of heading in opposite directions. You're walking back to them, they're walking back towards you.
And I have new respect for Nollis and his epic animal skills.
Thank you.
You return to
No,
still.
because if I high five him, I might get struck. I'm never
Oh, of
touching,
course,
never
yeah.
touching that elf.
I think there's an
I've heard that
unspoken
before.
there's an unspoken thing between us all here. Is whatever happens, we never high five, pat him on the back. even a strong embrace might be dangerous. Chest bumps definitely out.
So you meet again in the centre of the town. It's still dark, there's still nobody around.
Really? This hasn't disturbed anybody? This hasn't woken anybody up?
It woke some
Swampy has
people
just
up.
wandered
Yeah.
straight through.
We've woken somebody up.
Mm.
Mr.
Who have
Rayfest.
you woken up?
Mr. Rayfest come out. I wanted to investigate his barn. We won't learn anything unless we investigate, so I quickly investigated.
What was in his barn?
Gamble eggs. Yeah. actually.
Gamble eggs
And
Oh,
anger
yeah.
children.
Maybe we could take a barrel to the Red Romp Swampy.
I don't think we can go back there now.
No.
Ever.
No. Yeah.
Clara knocks on Danny's door.
Yeah.
Not there all
Not, not now.
No,
He's just on his own.
Yeah.
And how you it's the middle of the night, so
It's
how you
quite light.
It's the middle of the night.
Danny, Tess.
a quiet knock.
Yeah, you don't want to wake them up.
Okay. You a couple of knocks. Doesn't seem to be any major
Or
stirring.
anyone else. Like, which-
It's a Father Ted joke.
okay. Zolan, could you lock pick the door?
Just pour myself a beverage
That's
in
a-
one moment.
That's a Ribena crotch right there.
This is a bean. Is it going to go? Shall we? Should we? It's not a very honest thing, is it? We're trying to befriend this woman.
Yeah, but I don't want to make too much noise.
Can we try a window?
Knock a
Try
bit
window
louder.
first. We'll just.
Try knocking a bit louder.
I'll go around and tap on a window. You know what it's like with windows? They freaking make
Yeah.
a hell of a noise inside with a slip tap. Ding ding.
Okay.
I'm knocking on the door.
Okay.
God, look at the colour of that.
So after
I'm having another beer.
Strong.
after a
That
moment
horse
or
isn't
so,
fit for
you
work.
can hear some noise from within inside, and you can see some shadowy movements. And you, as somebody coming to the door, you can hear a sound from the other side. Who is it?
What?
Oh, is that Monty? Monty?
It's us.
Who?
Where's
It's the middle of the night.
Where's Tessa?
Tessa,
Well, this is her house.
go away.
Where is she?
Who is this?
It's the
We're
revolution.
at Tessa's house, yeah? Alright.
Yeah, we have got the right house,
Yeah.
haven't we?
Is there a window? Can we look for a window?
Monty, let us in.
Is it Monty?
I don't think it is Monty.
Sounds like Monty.
Go away. So you're trying to. You can't see through a window.
Alright,
Can anyone? Anyone?
Anyone?
I'll have a look.
Can you see? Yeah.
Yeah, so you're trying to kind of peek around the side. So just make a perception roll as you look through, because it's very dark.
See in the dark, that helps.
Yes, you can.
Advantage.
As if it's dim light, I believe.
16.
16. So you can see from within there, hair is kind of down one side of the face. not well groomed in any way. He's wearing a night shirt. You can see Foad Galak.
Hello.
Is he the old man?
No.
Galac's galoshes.
He sold us the boots.
Oh, he's
the
the
galoshes
galoshes guy.
yeah. He's the
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't here
But he's
for that.
always
so I
well
didn't have to-
groomed.
I'm glad I didn't murder him.
Galoshes man, you have nothing to fear for us.
He looks across at the window. He's looking directly at you.
It's
I
us.
didn't know you were with Tusset,
It's
you
us,
dog.
And he
The,
comes over.
the adventurers from Callus. We need to speak to Tess.
We bought
The
your
shop's not open till the morning.
Not here for this shopping.
We're here to heal people before we leave town. Our time is precious. Open the door.
He comes over. Comes over to the window. Make a persuasion roll.
Oh, jeepers. Persuasion is not my strong suit. 5.
If you
Please?
slap the door really hard,
Is it
will
persuasion that's
Come
plus one,
back.
or is it?
Come back in the morning.
It'll be too late in the morning. We are.
I don't care. My children are sleeping.
Your
I'm gonna
children
start on
can.
the
And
rock.
he heads back. He heads back into his room and he shuts the door behind him. There's another door in there to another room. You're starting
I'm
to
gonna start
tinker
on
with
the
the
lock.
lock. Okay.
Okay.
Wink. Dexterity.
Add double proficiency if you.
Bang bang. 11.
You have advantage with your tools.
No,
No,
just
I
just
just
double
I
proficiency.
just double my proficiency now
Okay.
with my
Cool.
Okay.
proficient tool.
11. Just about.
Wow.
You don't. You think. Yeah, it's not the smoothest work you've done, but
I'm tired.
just about you are able to get it. Just as you're about to give up.
Are we doing this?
You
We
are
haven't.
doing this. You've just
We
done
haven't
it.
opened the door yet.
Nollis is just going to push the door slowly. Minute. Well, the door is open.
I'm just gonna say, do you think he knows about Tess's rebellion?
This is what I too am worried about.
I think so.
Hence, we couldn't come in earlier because Galak was there, and Galak probably is. a
This
council
man is
goer.
very wise. Perhaps we will get her in danger.
I'm sure Galak's seen the cruelty to Tessa. Surely he's seen her face.
A lot of men see cruelty and do nothing.
This much cruelty? This much cruelty? We've seen her face.
We kill each other for sport on my island.
Galak's got a business to run.
So were there so few of you?
One of the reasons. Also,
Clary
we're not very
opens the door.
fertile.
Okay. So you look inside. You look inside this room.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be quiet, or are you just
Yeah.
Okay.
I can even say I'm stealthing it.
go for
if you
it?
will.
Roll it, Remra.
It's like the good old days back when you were our rogue.
It's not like the good old days.
That would
It's
have
a
been a
10.
42.
Yeah.
Good old days.
It would have been like, yes, 57.
Yeah.
If you'd asked, I could have stealthed probably quite a lot better than you.
You were bantering with the rest of them. Wasn't going for it.
So you look.
Gosh,
You
you're
look
on it tonight, aren't you? You are on it. No chitter chatter, on we go. In the house.
We look into the house. Remember from the outside, it was a very nice, neat and tidy house with flower boxes. As you look inside, there's clearly a sort of living quarters / dining quarters in this main area. There's a fireplace. The fire's not lit, and then this door that's just been shut on you. In effect, immediately to your left as you kind of go through the door, you can see. The first thing that grabs your attention is just above this fire area is this large golden framed painting, a huge painting with a big lavish frame of Foad Galak with
Battling
with a lady above who in some ways resembles Tessa, but she does not have a mask. And then 3 small children. One of them is 2 small children. One of them is a baby, and the other one is a young toddler.
How big is the room? I was thinking a small shack. Is it like a big?
Oh,
Thank you for following us.
Thank
Who is it?
you.
Who is it?
Thank you. I can't read the name fast enough. It's all shiny
Go on,
and gold.
Kevin.
I can't read it.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for whoever that was. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, please feel free to put it in the chat, and we'll say
Yeah, put
thank
it in
you
the chat
to your
and
name.
because we are monitoring the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The portrait hanging above the fireplace. He's not holding a sword in the picture, is he, by any chance?
Or a hand cannon.
Doesn't so you can make an investigation roll
is he
on.
butt naked?
Who else are you going in?
Yeah, I'm going.
So is anyone else stealthing?
I think I'm peeking around the door like
I'll
Dexter's
stealth.
laboratory
Okay.
style.
I'm staying outside.
I'm on
Okay.
watch.
Yeah, I'm outside.
So you're going in, but as stealthily as you can.
Sneaking.
That's 16 for stealth.
Okay, fine.
Except that I've got disadvantage, haven't I?
What's
Yes.
sleepy?
Because I'm sleepy and grumpy.
Thank you,
and all the other
Felomid,
dwarves are
for
still
following
there.
us.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
What was the name, sorry?
Felomid.
Felomid. Thank you very much.
Sounds like a relative of yours.
It does.
Okay, so yeah, that's still 11, 16.
16. So you go in and you're just taking in this picture. You make an investigation roll to see if there's any details you can pick up.
15 investigation.
With disadvantage.
Oh, with disadvantage because you're
That's
sleepy.
17.
And it's in the dark.
Or 9, so that's 11.
Okay, fine.
So I'm kind of I'm looking for just anything interesting in this painting. I'm looking for a connection to these swords.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
So in terms of what you could see
See,
in
I
the
haven't
picture,
found that.
it looks
I
like
wasn't here when the
You
swords
didn't even
happened.
notice. You haven't even asked why Malcolm's wearing a sword.
it looks like a
Shows how much
looks like a
attention-
posed looks like a posed picture. It's a family picture.
He's not posed holding a great big sword.
No,
The old
none of
rusty
them.
sword.
Yeah, none of them seem to be holding anything of note. It looks like a family picture. Quite. He stood quite proudly as the man in the family. That's how it appears. He's the central figure. She's on his side, and then the two children are there. She's holding a baby and a toddler down beside them.
They're all wearing fabulous galoshes.
They're very well dressed. Very well dressed. There's actually no galoshes in this picture.
Wow.
Disgraceful.
He lied to us.
Okay.
He's importing them.
The only other thing you notice in the room as you go in,
There isn't a thing on the table saying plans for revolution. Please do not read.
on a table are a huge number of rolled up parchments.
Top secret.
Okay. I will investigate said parchments.
Okay.
In
Wait,
fact,
Malcolm. Do you want me to check first?
I thought you were still outside.
I
No,
opened
he's
the
in.
door.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you. Yeah, sorry.
At this
Yes.
point, the door
Yes.
next to you
Clara, have
opens
a
as
look
you
at these.
speak.
Ass.
Hi.
Get out of my house!
Gallic, we've got to talk to you.
No, get out of my
It's
house!
very important. The delegation are coming tomorrow. We've got to talk to you.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
He's wearing some fabulous galoshes.
He's not. Right.
That's-
Oh, he
that's
is.
not-
Sorry, he is. Yes.
He's wearing a
I
nice
forgot
shirt.
about that.
That's
Oh.
wearing his pants and a vest.
15.
Dude, surely.
It's +1 on persuasion.
It is his, you know.
Goodness sake! And comes to the front door and he sees all you three out there. He just shuts the door on you, so it's just you, Malcolm, and you, Claren. My children are sleeping.
Gallic, I'm
He
sorry.
shuts the door. You're broken. How did you get in?
Door was open.
It was
Oh, you're not in yet.
Yeah, I'm not in there. Yeah.
It was unlocked. We spoke to Tess yesterday. Her children came to our cleric, who's very good at healing, and we're friends. Honestly, we're friends.
We're the reason why 2 of your boys aren't dying anymore.
Tess mentioned this.
I'm not surprised.
Tess also mentioned, I know it's a long shot, but the government is not agreeable here, and that maybe the people are looking to replace them.
Yes.
Well,
He seems a little bit more, with it now. He's been
You're-
awake long
There
enough.
is a hint that the delegation from Callus is not necessarily welcome.
Yes.
well, we're here to help you, Gallic. We're here to protect the people.
Why?
We come from a small group, a little way from here, that are against the Elven Empire.
Who is this group?
In fact, we told your wife, Tess, a group situated in Weirdwit. Have you heard of this?
Weird. No. If what you're saying to me is true,
We're here to help,
then
honestly.
well, I appreciate that. Thank you for coming.
sorry we had to drag you out in the dead of night, but
The
the
reality
delegation is going to be here within a matter of hours.
I know.
And we want to help.
we don't know your next move. And if we're going to help, we're going to need to know.
You have elves with you.
Yes, 2 elves.
Why?
These elves are not like the ones you would see
Rebel elves.
in Equa. We have a sea elf who your wife will have told you are downtrodden and enslaven. She's met a sea elf herself, and a wood elf, nothing like anything you've ever seen. These people are much like the humans.
We are none of us on the side of the Elven Empire.
Dad, who is it? You just hear from the other room. Quiet. Back to sleep.
I sort of poke my head round, say, "Hello, mate. You all right?
Oh god.
Oh, feeling bad?"
The door. He has shut the door again.
Pete the rapist.
I'll be the rapist.
He has shut the door again.
The alliteration is why.
It's
Jeepers.
Johnny the pedo.
Pete the rapist.
That's true.
And Malcolm the. Oh,
There is a peeper, right? Who's the peeper?
There is a Peter.
Peeping Lester Bell.
Peeping Lester Bell.
Yeah.
How do you remember that?
Gallic, I'm so sorry.
I remember all the names.
What are you guys doing outside at the moment?
Trying to look in.
No, Narsa's just shuffling his feet.
I'm keeping a keen watch on this place.
Well done.
Sure.
I'm wise on paper.
Somebody's got. Somebody's got to.
Okay. And Zayden?
Trying to look for the keyhole.
Okay.
What's going on?
Yeah, you can kind of see the back of probably Claro in the back of the room. You can tell that there's. You can hear muffled conversation as well. So you'd be able to make out if it turned violent or anything like that.
Narsa's probably going to get a short sword out and just kind of do some various sword movements in the night.
Right.
In the
I'll
room.
board him.
Sure.
Are you in the room or
No,
out
he's
the room?
outside.
Say.
It's back into the room.
Gallic, we need to know what your next move is. Do you plan to move tomorrow? Is anything happening?
How can I trust you?
Well, I gave your wife a piece of paper proving our visit from Weirdwit, and a member of our party healed your children.
He picks up the piece of paper. It's on the table
Yeah.
next to all these other rolled up parchments.
Yeah.
This one?
Yes.
Or we could use the support. The best thing you could do. You seem to have some connection with the government, I believe. You've been in there a few times.
Even on face value, we can tell they're corrupt.
They're atrocious.
Yes.
They...
One is called Scum, the other a rapist.
Can we let our friends in?
Not right now. My children are trying to sleep.
We're now sparring.
Broga's leaders allowed Callus to become the rulers of our town. Broga doesn't need any rulers. And who are Callus in bed with? Callus are in bed with the elves. The elves want to take over our kingdom, and the human race will be little more if this deal goes through.
I can assure you without the slightest fear of contradiction that we are no friends of Callus. Whatever we might have said and might have implied over the last few hours, we are not friends of Callus.
Do you know what they did to the human towns in the Elven Kingdom?
Oh, very much so.
Personally, I don't. But it's fine.
I have first-hand experience.
I believe you. Listen, tomorrow they're
I'm
coming.
no friend of the Elven Lords.
Tomorrow they're coming to make this deal happen. If you stop that happening, well, I can. You know the importance of it, but I can pay you.
When you say stop, how far do you want us to go with this? Are you
How far would you be willing to go to stop the elves taking over our kingdom?
Honestly, murder's not off the cards.
Genocide.
Myself and my friends are, and I hope this is okay with you, but we're formidable magic users. I understand it's illegal, but you need firepower if you're going to make this happen.
We are prepared to do what is necessary. But we need to know that that is the thing that is needed here.
If he was to look out right now, he'd see me practicing the face shower.
Do any avail?
Just sweat. To no avail.
He seems maybe slightly wetter than usual. Could be sweat. And he pulls open one of these parchments that's lying on the table, and he shows you. Opens it up, and written in common, Foed Galak, Broga's Protector, a new kind of mare, hand inked. I do not want to see this city burn, far from it. I want this city to become the capital of the human kingdom, and I want the human realm to become powerful again.
So what do you want done about the delegation from Callus?
It is my duty to make sure, it is all of our duties to make sure this deal does not go through.
So what do you want done about the delegation from Callus?
There are already plans in place to hopefully perturb them enough.
If they've got a plan to deal with delegation, we could deal with the government in the town.
The government are dealt with.
Oh, really?
Tonight?
It's already happened.
That was quick. What do you mean?
They've been poisoned.
Mead.
That was my first thought as well. That might
Wow.
explain a lot.
Persuasion roll again.
Ooh, shit just got
20.
real.
20. I got 19. So
Another 20.
was that a natural 20?
Natural 20, my friend.
Wow.
Incredible.
Jeez.
So everybody else has rolled 20s and I rolled the only one.
You can,
I
you
haven't
can tell
played
that he holds back a moment before saying something to you. I found a berry in Brogabush. I discovered that it slowly, relatively quickly, kills anything that it touches.
You were there with your children. Your family.
They did not come with me, but the poison that my wife tells me you cured was from that place.
Yeah. Do you know the residents of Brogabush?
There's a few crazies there.
That's right. And how did you poison them? How did you deliver the poison?
My son, Danny. If I had done it, I am well known.
In their sleep or by the water, or how did you do this?
We splashed them. Danny and Dennis, they run up to them and splash them. They think nothing of it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't show anything immediately.
Okay.
But after a few days, their skin starts to fall away. They start to bleed. Their hair falls out. As my son was going through.
The little one outside, he's also gone through this. We managed to cure him, like we cured your family. But yeah, we can attest to it. It is not a pretty sight.
Little one.
You have to be careful. I have a berry here.
Are you threatening me?
No. If you need to do any more damage.
I will take that off you.
Carefully.
Is he happy to give it to me?
So he goes to the side of his room. There's a little chest there, which just opens up. It wasn't locked. A little chest there, and inside he produces a small black key, and heads back into the other room past you as the children are sleeping. Who is it? Quiet. Don't worry. And he tiptoes toward the back of the room. You kind of lose sight of him for a moment because he's pushed the door back too, and you hear a key turn, and after a moment he returns 10-15 seconds later, and he's now carrying a sheet, and the sheet he's kind of balled up so it's wrapped around the berry in a protective fashion. He's kind of holding it at the top. Be extremely careful. And he passes this over to you, Clary.
Cool. I believe I have an empty jar. Yeah, it had black liquid in it. I'm going to decant them into the jar, depending on how many there are.
Okay, so remember this is a large berry. It's almost beach ball size. So he's got the.
On second thoughts, Galak, these in my backpack, if I have to fight, would be a bad idea. It's best you hold on to them.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe if you need to poison some more people in the future, this would be useful. And
he returns it super carefully. He knows what he's doing here.
So tomorrow, you just the delegation.
They probably have a day left.
What is your plan to deal with the delegation?
The delegation, well, they will arrive and our government will die. They will hear rumours of raiders in the area, and they will soon realise that trade with Broga is perhaps not the wisest. At that point, we will introduce a new government.
So you're hoping this will be a completely bloodless coup?
Not completely bloodless.
Well, apart from
all the murder.
Apart from the death of people like Scum and Peter the Rapist, which no great loss to society.
And we will instate our own militia. No longer will we require Callus's protection. Tax.
We might be able to help with that. Possibly. Maybe.
Okay. It seems you've got this very much under control already.
Yes, I'm not sure that we're actually needed in this little venture at the moment.
Well, we're here to protect the people.
Mm.
We will stand by and wait if needed. If you do need us, perhaps a signal.
What?
I was just. Do you know the sound of the deep doodoo bird?
We'll be at the inn.
Yeah.
We'll be at the inn.
We'll wait for you. We'll yes, if you need us, find us there.
Okay. I appreciate your help.
You're welcome.
One more thing. Nice galoshes.
We know a guy.
I know. And he opened, very wearily, he opens the door, pushes it open, sees you three out there again.
Still trying to look for the keyhole.
Still girding?
You kind of
Does it
open.
open out?
Yeah, you open with the door. He doesn't even notice you.
Feet scraping across the ground.
And he opens up the night sky for you guys.
Okay.
And
So who are we going to kill?
good night.
We'll be at the inn.
And he shuts the door again behind
Good
him.
night.
At that point, we'll take a break.
Oh.
Having a break. Gonna check some treasure.
The break.
Ooh.
This is where it's going to happen,
I've
guys.
never
I'm
been
going to
more
grab a
intrigued.
quick drink.
I have put together for you, Dragoonies, a quiz.
Scan that.
Scan to unlock an adventure.
So here we go. I'm just going to set up my
Quiz,
laptop.
Hang on, I'm a bit
Oh,
attached.
cheapest. The quiz will begin. This is a quiz on general Dungeons and Dragons knowledge. It's not die rolling specific, so this will test your general knowledge. And if you win, you will win a player's handbook of your choice.
Yeah, you win one of the source books.
So yeah, this is a pretty
Not necessarily the player's handbook.
yes, a handbook, including the player's handbook of your choice.
It's in here somewhere.
Are you already in the chat?
Search.
There it be.
That's not what we want. Browse the website.
Triple check me settings. Everything is ready.
Why do I always have so much crap?
Oh.
I know we have a bit more of a break, but I'll be here for
Nutritional
the quiz, haven't I?
Yeah, got me
information.
We want information. Who are you?
Well, let's
Number
cue our
2.
adventure.
Okay.
Scan.
Right, alright guys.
Your adventure into calorie counting.
In the position for the big quiz.
The big quiz.
Let's find out the quiz is starting. So you have 15 seconds to answer the
You have
questions.
15 seconds to comply.
There will be a dotted line when you're halfway, and then there's 10 seconds between questions. I will have the scores in front of me.
Two.
Crack on.
Thanks.
For a baton.
So that's 15 seconds to answer the question.
Are you going to try and answer?
Fredo
And then it's
button.
first person to answer
It's
the
a lot like
question,
a
where,
chocolate
and whoever gets the most answers wins a source book. That's pretty good. Pretty
rules.
self-explanatory.
Good
Thank
luck,
you very
guys.
much for-
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Thank you very much for putting this together, Claro.
I hope you win.
Thanks
You
for your
got
hard
this.
work.
No one's
You.
got any points yet.
You got this, man.
You
You got this.
There we go. You got to give an answer super quick.
What's your 20?
Did you just bounce that
Bounce
in?
it in. That's how.
Oh,
That's what my death saving rolls are.
It was the
about that,
second
no.
Monster Manual team. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. No one's going to win anything, are they? That's what's going to happen.
Someone's going to
Read
win.
the questions as well. while
Yeah.
I'm here.
Well,
Okay, what is the
Bam.
name of the Dragon God of Good? The Dragon God of Good. This is not too hard because
Doesn't make it.
lots of things use this guy. What is the name of the Dragon God of Good?
How does this work?
Oh, it was Bahamut.
Do you know, I've got the perfect music for this.
Ooh,
Have you really?
Yeah, you'll remember this one.
Is it countdown?
scragging music.
It's way too fast, so you can't Google it. Misty Step teleports you how many feet? The swing, lovely. 1 point.
Nice. Well done, let's wing. 1 point up.
Are you putting the questions up?
Don't worry about it. It's all automatic.
Oh.
Which school of magic focuses on elemental effects? Which school of magic focuses on elemental effects? You can't Google it because it's so quick.
I beg to differ.
I beg to differ.
Fastest Googler in the
Unless
West.
you hey Siri just before Josh
Yeah.
speaks.
You missed it. Lovely. Everyone's really intrigued about how this works.
Not me, I was here
question
when it was
6. Which class uses key? Which class uses
Right,
key?
scrag.
I'll give you a scragging.
Scraggin!
Nice, Kay. Smashed it. You were the first to it. Monk.
Woo!
It is a tie currently with Lustwing and Chaotic Awesome.
Woo!
How many D4 does a potion of healing cure? Number D4 plus 2. Chaotic Awesome, super quick. 2 D4 plus 2. You got 2
Nice.
points. You are ahead. 3 more questions to go. Whose guide to everything? Question 8.
Don't
Whose
tell me
guide
that.
to everything?
Is
Rogers.
spelling important?
Spelling is important. Chaotic Awesome smashed it again.
Nice.
So, not Volo's guide, sorry. No, loose wing. It is Kay. She's 3 ahead, so I think statistically she's 1, but crack on. How many minutes does Mage Hand last for? How many minutes does Mage Hand last for?
5 fingers.
Everyone says 10 minutes. I checked this in the player manual. It's 1. Oh, Kay, you're smashing this. So you have 4 points.
Nice.
Final question.
Last one's worth 20, right?
$1 million?
Final question. What type of blade do goblins commonly carry? What type of blade do goblins... Oh, hang on, there's 12 questions. We're
I was going to say, I'm sure there was more questions than this.
What type of blade? It's a scimitar.
I've got
If you've ever
these.
DM'd and used a goblin, you'll know it's a scimitar. Jack knows.
Son of a pig. What are they called? Joy fellas.
Question 11. Coming up.
They look like the cat trees.
Gary Someone
They were
pioneered
biscuit
Dungeons
and
and
shoes.
Dragons. Gary Someone pioneered Dungeons
What's your
and Dragons.
favourite individual?
In what
Yeah.
year? Was it 1984?
Bonus point.
Was it? No, I think 1984 was the first.
Nice
edition.
one.
Really?
Listwing got that.
so.
Gary
Thought it was
Gygax.
much earlier.
Might be something else.
Nice. Well done,
You're
Leslie.
probably right. Maybe the red box was 19.
Final
I was
question.
thinking late 70s.
Don't reveal any questions. Just
What's the
in
name
case.
of the run-down inn the Red Brands used as a hideout in the Lost Mines of Phandelver? The Sleeping Wall.
Oh, my question made it in!
Oh,
Yeah!
we got Drought, Dragon. These are not right. And the answer was Giant. That is the quiz.
I remember it well.
And Chaotic Awesome, you have won 4-2 to Listwing. Well done. You have
Woo!
big old clap, everyone. Big old clap.
Well done.
You've won yourself a source pick of your choice. Message us on the Discord with your address and what you would like in terms of what's
Pour that whiskey, Jack.
it's
Pour
not
that
really-
whiskey.
Pour the whiskey. What's going on? Anyway, message us with what book you'd like and we will send it to you.
Awesome. Congratulations. Josh. Thank you very much for that.
Who would have thought?
touchscreen,
It's
I
not a
think.
touchscreen. I tried to use the touchscreen.
I feel like it was a little fast.
It has to be fast because otherwise you can just sit on Google and
Google
wing
it, can't you?
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah,
That's true.
Well,
Right.
oh, thank you very much. That was
Well done.
stressful.
That was the first.
Well done, KO,
The
yeah?
first of probably once a month.
I think we could do that once a month.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
no
can do it once a
worries.
month.
No worries.
Very nice.
You're very well.
Facilities. Oh, it's it for me.
Congratulations. Well done to Chaotic Awesome. Won yourself a source book. Amazing.
Nice.
It could be one of many over time.
Let us know what you're going to go for.
Cereal.
Oh, yeah, what source book are you going to have, Kay?
Would you like Volo's Guide? Would you like Xanathar's Guide?
Oh, it's like a Weeto.
It's like a Weeto, isn't it? Yeah.
Would you like
A milkless Weeto.
So you say Weeto, I say cat
one of
tree.
these?
Any of
All
those?
available.
We can sign them or not sign them.
Oh, look at you!
Yeah. If you want to retain the value of the books, we can leave them
Yeah, don't offer the
unsigned.
chance to not sign them. We're signing them.
We're going to decrease its value before it
Then
arrives.
that increases shipping costs. Can
Oh,
we ship
yeah.
it here and
Oh,
then ship
yeah.
it back?
We won't sign.
Yeah.
We've got to see if they want a German edition or a UK edition.
Oh yeah, do you want a German?
yeah.
Do you want
Yeah.
a Xanthars?
Is that a Dutch Xanathars?
Auf Deutsch.
Yeah, auf Deutsch
Or
Xanthars.
an English?
Ich habe zwei Brüder.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there's always one.
Have we got time for the facilities? Or we can play? We can play.
Well, no, we haven't, but
I'll try
I
let's
am
go.
not
Why
here,
didn't you
Rich.
go
We'll-
join the quiz that you
we'll
weren't
make-
involved with?
we'll make time for you, won't we? We'll just sit here awkwardly
I
in
was just going to
silence.
take advantage. I don't know
If you
if
hadn't
you
sat
the
there
loop, but I
through the
was
quiz
just
and
going
got all
to.
I'm only
excited,
jesting,
he
so
wouldn't
Lou.
now have to go.
Go and pee. Go
I
on.
don't actually need the loo. I was just going to take advantage.
Are we
You
opening
can't, you
these?
know, is
No,
that the
you can't-
interlude?
You
Just
can't
go
roll
out.
for advantage when you
Yes.
need the
While Rich takes a short break,
I got a crap toy.
Shit.
I will open up the Fredo Treasures toy that he bought me for my birthday that's on Thursday.
Oh,
Is that your first
yeah.
birthday present?
This is my... No, it's not.
I was going to order you a book.
Let's go.
Unfortunately, he didn't win the quiz, so he can't have one.
Oh.
This is an unboxing video, so I like the gold foil that's
Don't
inside.
scan the QR code 'cause it takes you to all of the nutritional information and the calories.
You're meant to be having a
Yeah,
week.
that is it.
You're meant to
No.
be having a
I
wee.
don't actually need one. I was just going to take
We're
advantage
doing
of the
this
situation.
so that you can go and. Oh,
Worst stream ever.
I would
actually,
turn
the
off.
worst
Yeah.
stream ever is what's going to happen to Richard in
It's
about
something.
5 minutes.
I'm just going to eat these. So.
If there was an unsubscribe button,
There
Yeah.
is.
I think
There
there is,
actually
yeah.
is.
You wish.
can unsubscribe.
there you go.
We don't have a noise.
Yeah, there's no noise for that, so don't do that.
Should we
Look
do
what you've done. Rich.
You can just hit that little cross in the corner though and we'll go away.
But not for long.
Not for long.
We know
We'll
where
be
you
back.
live. I do know where you live. We do.
You return to the night
Are you
air.
right, mate?
Is that a
Sleep
dragon soup?
It's a
kicking
dragon
in?
soup.
The
yeah.
dragon soup.
Mine's got some pencils.
Once again, you find yourself in the cool night air.
Cool.
Very
Which?
nice.
If
Oh,
only.
really?
We actually got this one.
Yeah, you're even shinier than I am, I think. At the moment.
Well.
Is it? No, it's not.
So how long until we fight off the delegation? Who are we gonna kill?
They don't want us to kill anybody at the moment.
I told Galak that we would wait in the inn, and if he needed our help, he'd call for us.
They've already got it in hand. The I assume we're saying this as we're walking back towards the inn.
So now we are lackeys. That is what we are.
So you didn't like Gallic?
He seems okay, although he is a murderer. He poisoned the whole of the government.
How did he do that?
Using the berries, the same berries you got poisoned with.
Oh, no.
They gave you the shits.
He poisoned his son.
Yeah. Yeah.
By accident, I assume.
Maybe this guy will not make any better a government. How do we know we are saving the people if this man is willing to let people's flesh rot off?
Lesser of two evils?
How do we know? We don't know this man.
Well, no, we don't, but...
We knew his masked wife, who seemed okay, but we do not know what his
he does
agenda
make a
is.
damn fine pair of trousers.
That's true.
Um,
We know he's a good tailor, perhaps, but...
at the moment, we can't. We just have to take it on face value.
How are they administering this poison?
By child, apparently.
Splashing, which makes sense as to why the children were
splashing.
poisoned.
So
I was
there's-
drinking there earlier on.
Yeah,
They
there's a
haven't
lesson.
poisoned-
There's a lesson for you. Don't get involved in a water pistol fight in this town.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what water pistol is.
I will make one for you one day. And we'll shoot fire.
Well, either way, we get sleep in, so, I'm pretty happy.
We just slept. I'm not tired.
I could do with going and...
Malcolm, you seem very tired.
Yeah. I did
So we
have a
will
good
all
night.
stand around and watch Malcolm sleep.
Well, you can go sit in the
Are we
bar if
waiting
you
on-
like.
Well, you don't even have that long to live, my friend. At least I have several centuries. You are literally sleeping your life away now.
At the moment, I'll settle for sleeping a few bits of my life away.
Nice.
Yeah.
We can have a drink.
You can go and sit in the
Oh,
bar.
and then I will be pissed when the guys arrive. How long will it take for them to get here? How long?
A couple of hours till Sunday.
There you go, see?
A couple of hours. And he
Yeah.
said a couple of hours.
Well, he said they might take another day, to be honest.
So we will wait around the tavern for a day.
Well,
It's worse places to be.
What about the Swampy? We've got nothing to do. We can get the Swampy out of here.
I don't know how we're going to get it up there.
Mage hand?
isn't there a certain amount of physics involved in a mage hand?
It's like 10 kilos, I think.
Yeah, only what you can lift.
Yeah.
And you'll start to lift it and just sink in the mud.
You've got to get it out somehow.
Does it
Well-
need to go?
Yeah, it will just eat everything in the town.
He's quite happy
I'm
right now.
going
think,
back
yeah.
to the inn.
You
I'm
might
going
not like
back
it
to the inn. I'm going to
when it
go
gets
back,
hungry.
and I'm going to go back to the room and lie down for a couple of hours.
Fine.
Whatever everybody else decides to do, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I think I'd be better off having some rest than being somewhat at a disadvantage. Not being better at all, but
You. So you head back that way. The
I'll
rest
go
of
back
you
to the inn.
Yeah.
also go back to the inn,
Norris will drag his heels like a child.
kicking the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So you head back to
The
the inn.
arms folded.
Yeah, it's,
Kicking the mud as he goes.
Hand in your pocket?
The arms folded in front of him.
it's still unlocked, so you can head back in and close it up again. Head back up to the rooms. The group of you are waiting. I guess you're not sleeping as such. If there's no benefits to any of you having a short rest, I don't believe. But you, Malcolm, are attempting to sleep again.
Yeah, I'm going to lie down.
Sure. Anything
Can
particular?
I pop down the hallway and just listen into all the rooms?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
See if anyone's chatting or dying or...
Yeah, so it looks like there's two other bedrooms. If you'd like to make a perception roll at each door. So the first one you come to, which was the room
There's one.
you saw the peculiar operation taking place earlier. As you listen in there, it's just silent, no noise at all. You have no idea. Can't make anything out. And you got a little bit of your ear stuck in one of the cracks.
Oh. So that's,
Because you rolled a 1.
that's another twig just broken off.
Got a splinter in your ear.
Yeah. But the next one is a 22.
Okay. So the next one, you can detect a life form in there.
Okay.
Sleeping.
Star Trek. Captain, I can detect a life form in the room.
But there's no scheming or anything. That's what I was after.
Just sounds like sleeping. Anything the rest of you are doing during this time while Malcolm's attempting to sleep?
I'm actually going to look specifically for a pair of corrective lenses around the bar.
I follow.
All of my attention on corrective lenses. So I believe a 3 would find them. All my attention. And it is a 15.
A 15.
It's more than 3.
It's more than a 3, yeah.
Quite a lot more.
You have a good look around.
Oh, 5 pairs.
Somebody must
You
have
have a
left
good-
the glasses drunk.
You have a good look around. The glasses don't.
Could
seem
I
to be-
hear any glasses?
Glasses don't seem to be. You wouldn't say you've noticed anyone wearing glasses in this town.
Oh, haven't I?
So as you're looking around, you don't find any glasses.
Well, I only need these for reading.
Claire's going to look in the fireplace for charcoal.
Sure. Yeah. There is some charcoal there.
Yeah.
if it's not lit, Niles is going to push you in.
Yeah, it's not lit. There's no residual warmth. Really.
Hey!
You get a bit kind of charcoaly as you stumble in. There's.
Hey, there might be a coal shed out back.
That's a good question.
This is an inner thought that appears in your head because I'm upstairs dozing.
But if you don't pay for it, is it worth 10
Oh,
gold?
the voices are happening again.
Can we all be the voices in your head? That'd be fantastic. We could do that for a whole session.
Only when he casts magic. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, how much charcoal was there, Jack? If I was to wonder
Buy it.
how much it would be worth.
2 silvers.
That's a lot of charcoal.
It's quite, it's a big fireplace.
big old-
Remember, this place is called the Fluming Burden. This is this
Very smoky,
flume.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very smoky area. There's a big fireplace.
I feel I'm being punished.
Have they
I mean,
packed it
it's hard to imagine there's more than 2 silvers worth of
So
charcoal.
much friggin' charcoal.
We've got a few hours. We could raid the houses
Every house in town
for gamble eggs and coal.
If you
You're gonna
collect
make us
it,
grind.
yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
if you collect 10 golds worth of charcoal,
Yeah.
you have the option to sell it back to the town. So I have to agree that it's worth that amount of money. Otherwise,
That's true.
there's a loophole in the game.
That's
What if I put a bid in
Yeah.
for that much?
Yeah. You can
Then
make
it's
an
worth that. I'm willing to pay for it.
Thorny, how
I'm
much
new,
will you
to,
buy
I'm
this
new to
charcoal?
currency. I don't know. I've got this much.
Well, 10 gold.
Doesn't have 10 gold.
That's fine.
I've got
It
10
goes
gold,
back up
but
to
I'm
10.
asleep
Sure.
upstairs.
Why are you scrounging around the fireplace?
I have this strange desire for charcoal, but I cannot get enough of it. I can't find enough.
You cannot go to bed. We have just slept.
There's nothing to do. Everyone is asleep.
Well, I can't sleep. I sleep for 4 hours.
Then we have one option. Nice.
Party!
I spoke to the lady at AFES Fund. You remember she pulled me over and you made a joke about her wanting to bed me?
The prostitute.
No, the lady at AFES Farm.
Burgax.
Bergax Farm.
But now you say Burgei's farm, of course I understand.
She wanted me to burn down AFES Farm. And you didn't like him? You thought he was a bad man? You want to fight him?
Sure.
This is an option.
Why not?
I think this isn't going to help anyone though, so
No.
it would have been fun.
Well, you just teased me. Is that what that was? He's like, oh, well done. You've come to a dark room, and now do you want to go and burn something? Yes. Or no, it'd be a bad idea. Good night. What's wrong with you?
Malcolm, who is upstairs dozing, gets the strange feeling that he wants to just do that. Can't understand quite why.
Despite how heavy your eyes feel and how tired you aren't sleeping.
Why can't I sleep? What's going on around here?
Do you want me to stroke your hair, Malcolm?
Yes, I do, but I don't think it's going to help.
Clara heads back upstairs. Anyway.
It's because you're sober.
I tried that. I tried having a couple of drinks earlier on. It didn't do me any good. Can you... Is there something... normally I can sleep like a baby, but there's something about this town.
You shouting to the floorboards.
Oh, I thought you'd come back upstairs.
You'll come upstairs. There's nothing else going on downstairs, so presumably.
Is there something going on here?
No, that's the problem. There is absolutely nothing going on.
I can't sleep, and it's weird.
Can you see if he's ill, like the others?
What might the magic burn me all of a sudden? I
Can't
come
you
out and I
detect
do the thing.
magically type things?
What do you think is wrong with you?
I don't know. That's the problem.
It's probably nothing.
Feeling very grouchy here, you know. So,
There's probably nothing. I can have a look if you want, but only because
Go
it's
on.
you. Norris will concentrate for a little while, and in the slight you hear him kind of bickering under his breath a little bit, obviously talking to something.
even arguing with yourself.
Yeah, and then he will cast Detect Poison or Disease. For the duration, you can sense the presence and location of poisonous creatures and diseases within 30 feet. You also identify the kind of poisonous creature or disease in each case. It can penetrate barriers, blah, 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 blah.
So, and again, kind of fork lightning spiraling off around.
Oh,
the room.
that's when he healed the person. When he was
Okay,
detecting,
fine.
it
It's
was
just
relatively
detection.
subtle.
Got it.
But he's obviously concentrating on something. It'd be obvious if you're watching him that he was doing something abnormal.
His eyes twitching. So.
So
Are
that
you trying to do the water thing?
So that
You
yellowish
can do it.
tinge that you detected on the children is not present in Malkin.
But is there any tinge on him at all? Any kind of glow?
There is nothing in the vicinity
feel
that
weird.
reacts to you at all.
Nice to go, oh, hang on a minute. Oh no. Do you know what's wrong with you?
Go on.
Just gonna slap him in the face. You just got hit in the face. It's an old cleric joke. You wouldn't understand.
Hilarious.
No, you're fine. Well, at least you're not poisoned or you don't have any diseases.
Retaliate.
Okay, fine. So just.
But maybe it's emotional. Maybe you should talk through your problems.
I don't think I feel like I have any problems that need talking through. Thank you.
Everybody has problems, Malcolm. You could sleep before, and now you can't. Perhaps your person is trying to talk to you, your god. Maybe you should meditate.
I'm not really very good at meditating.
We're coming back to the strangling idea, so
Always.
there's only so much I can do.
I can make you magically sleep, Malcolm.
And the rest of us, right?
A little.
Yeah, is that going to knock everybody out?
Not me.
Not me.
Not me, actually.
There's Zolan.
I'm going to join in. Not me. What? I don't know what it is. What the spell affects. But
Definitely you.
How long for?
Oh, last time it was a very short period of time.
that's a bloody good sleep though.
1 whole minute.
Oh.
That's a long old night.
But that...
The,
If that's all you need.
to be honest, I could just give you a good old hit and see if you...
What
Does
do we
everybody
ask?
want to punch me?
Well, if Nollis and I
Somebody
both did
just
it at the
did.
same time.
Different temples.
I think we're sick of your whining about sleep.
Maybe you should
Nice.
get really drunk.
I honestly think that would work.
I'm going to go downstairs and get drunk.
I think
Fuck
I'm
a
going
lot
to
of
join
you.
you.
Get drunk.
Bollocks to the lot of you. Malcolm stomps off downstairs. He's getting very irritated by now.
Nollis, do you also want a pint?
Of course.
Yeah.
Why not? There's nothing else to do. We are now adventurers that sit on our ass and do
Oh,
nothing.
good.
So-
If anything, the Galak has already got this covered, so...
I know, we should be out doing things. We should be out fighting. I'm not going to reclaim my place with Celeste and save my people by sitting in the tavern.
I'm now a giant badger.
Giant.
And I'm gonna run off. I've just had a revelation. I'm running off into the distance.
Nice.
Okay, you get to the door and it is shut.
So I'm gonna burrow under the door.
Would somebody like to
Okay.
open the door for the badger?
You see the badger start scrambling at the floor.
At this point, I'm over at the barrel of mead and I'm just pouring myself a mug. I'm
Yeah.
No,
Clary
going to
looks
let the
over
badger
at,
out.
yeah,
Oh,
Clary
he
looks
looks
over
over
at the badger and then just looks back and...
There we go.
Still frantically banging my head on the door.
Nollis, drink.
Thank you very much. You take the fine. While he does that, he's going to go to the badger. Do you want to go out? Do you want to go out? Do you need to go make poo-poo?
I do actually.
Yeah, he's gonna open the door for the badger.
Okay, fine. Then I guess you fly out.
Just
Do you have a snorkel for the mud?
with no explanation.
Just have mini, four galoshes now, really small.
Does
Four
anybody
galoshes.
not want to find out why Thoromir's just turned into an angry badger?
No.
Right.
We are sitting in the tavern and we are waiting.
I mean, even for you, Thorin,
Zolan, do you
still
want a drink?
I'll have a drink, yeah.
Fine.
I'll have a tea.
it's still a very strange
Have
experience.
some tea.
And hands him a mug of mead.
There, tea.
Thank
It's a very
you.
strange experience for you becoming
Broga
this
tea.
badger.
No, it's the first time.
Yeah,
First time you've been a
it's-
badger.
What does it feel like being a badger?
It feels
Badgery?
yeah, a little bit like mashed potato. Like my body feels a bit like mashed potato. A really sloppy mashed potato. But I'm starting to find my feet a little bit and scramble along.
Potato.
But and I'm headed for the swampy.
Okay.
But
Anybody going to follow him?
you'll let me know when I get there. I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah, it's
but-
pretty close. It's still roughly in the area. It looks like it's
Can I follow him?
sniffing
No.
around of sorts.
I'm going to pour myself another mug of mead.
Yeah, just while the others are drinking, I don't really, I don't really sit around doing nothing. I like being busy. I'm trying to burrow a track into, like something that's not quite steep enough for this thing to march out, which could take a few hours.
Burrowing some stairs.
Do you know what the badger's
I was thinking
natural
of
born
terraforming.
burrowing speed is?
Well, it's 10 feet.
10 feet burrowing speed
10 feet of burrowing.
for 6 seconds. So if
That's
cool, let's do some maths on this. So if you're looking at
Oh, are you trying to...
10 feet every 6 seconds, so you can get
But that's only in a space that big.
you can get
I'm a
100.
giant badger.
Are you a giant badger?
I'm a giant badger.
Okay. How big is a giant badger?
Medium
Like a
beast.
normal badger, but larger.
A medium beast.
Medium beast
beast.
is like a horse.
That's humanoid.
That's-
alright.
That's
Yeah.
Like a bear.
That four
So
I
you
plowed
dungeon
through
medium.
the door.
No,
So-
medium's the same size as a human.
That's
Yeah.
one dungeon time.
So you can go roughly 100 feet a minute as this giant badger. Bearing in mind it's only 50 feet up, I would say after probably 30 minutes you could probably create a slope that would be suitable
Nice.
for this creature to fit through. What kind of angle have you gone at?
I've gone out my best judgment for this giant beast
So
to get out.
give me your estimation of what that
Do
is.
some
in terms of
trigonometry.
degree. So about what?
About 10, 15 degrees.
Probably about
So,
20 degrees or so. Yeah.
so how high is this?
It's quite slippery mud. Remember
How
this.
high-
I've built it like stepped in with lots of grip.
Okay, so let's say it takes you about an hour to build a construction like that. You know, it's not
I'm
a
gonna be
direct.
Absolutely fucking legless by
It's,
this point.
you can see that it's just getting to the point where it's starting to turn. You can see the sun is somewhere near rising.
You're closest to the
You
button.
just need to press a button to stop it doing that.
That's a burden.
Okay, back. So you guys in the tavern, you're just having a few
Sat at
drinks.
the bar, yeah.
Can I perform a spell that specifically is after a long rest, but it's the middle of the night and nobody's around? Okay.
Yeah.
Well then I'm going to pull out my alchemist's supplies, like
Ooh,
alembic and all of that lot, and I'm just going to start pouring in some what seem to be random ingredients because I believe they are random.
Okay, so just to be clear, you need 8 hours to do this.
I don't think I need to.
No, does it say during a long rest?
It just says after. Let's have a look. Da-da-da-da-da. Where are we? When you finish a long rest.
So
yeah.
I'm happy that you don't actually take the benefit of a long rest, but you're going to need 8 hours of time.
I will ignore it then until the next time that we
Okay.
shall sleep.
Drink it.
Drink a tea.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you guys are just drinking a few mugs of ale.
Bellies.
Yeah. All of you.
Drinking stories.
Yeah. All of you gain the poisoned effect for an hour after you've had your second drink.
I'm on my fifth.
Yeah.
Why are you all glowing?
I've never been out of Equa. This is the weirdest experience. I've not really done a whole lot of drinking, to be honest. Yeah, I just used to
Oh,
spend a lot of time in the
you soon
graveyard.
get used to it. You soon get used to the idea of drinking. It's great fun.
Almost everyone that I ever used to meet was just assholes, or they were in mourning, and they're boring, and just it's been great to meet you guys. Really, it's been great. He has his arms around.
When
Jesus.
why
Why?
is everyone assholes in that?
It's a long story. I used to attend a graveyard, and people were robbers and stealing things from bodies, and I'd shoo them away. This is assholes. And, humans and elves, and nobody likes a half elf.
Equa is an elven city.
Yes, they're humans. They're humans there.
I could tell you a few things about fucking Equa. Fucking horrible place. Bastards.
Is Equa the capital? Is where they...
Yeah, it's where they all hang out. Bastards. Elves and bastards.
I don't know about that. I mean, he seemed he's kind of loaded what you're saying, but
He's I don't know.
Yeah, that was actual drunk Ollie then.
Are you drinking Zoe as well?
I don't think so. No, I wanted a tea.
Yeah.
what's
The
wrong with
mushroom
you?
tea.
He's only very small.
Biscuit in my throat.
You can't drink so much.
Needs more practice. Just more practice.
I thought we were going to come to this town and we were going to save some people. And the thing was written on the piece of paper to save the people, and they've got it all under
Fuck them, they're all
control.
poisoning each other and doing horrible things. I'm not sure they should be saved.
So the Callous people are going to come and they're going to be like, you're the bad guys from Callous, and then they're going to arrest us.
Wow, we can
And
deal with them. We'll just get somebody to slap him. We'll be fine.
Mm. Yes.
Fuck
yes.
A
It'll
bunch
be
of
Nollis.
bastards.
All as well.
You hear the stairs from above. You hear some footsteps. Oh, good morning.
Come and join us.
Boo.
Come and join us.
You locked us in, so we just had to entertain ourselves.
You've been drinking the meat.
Oh, we wouldn't possibly do that in
No.
an inn.
No.
That'd be an outrageous idea.
No, you see,
We're just having a conversation.
we've been drinking this stuff in these here cups.
I'll put it on the tab.
You do that. I'll put it on the worktop.
What's your name again?
Monty.
Monty, come and
You
pour.
do
Come and
Monty.
pour. Come and pour yourself one.
Come and have a drink with
We
us,
need to
Monty.
know more about you.
I've
Yeah.
just woken up. I'm not ready for a drink yet.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, it's alright, we haven't slept.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't slept.
Where is your sticky friend?
Mm.
Don't worry about him.
No.
Sticky.
Hold on,
No, he's
Monty.
not sticky, he's muddy.
Yeah, you don't want a pint.
You're thinking of dwarves.
No, I have a busy day.
Sticky
today.
and
Oh,
muddy and
you want two? Pour him two.
I'm not having a pint.
3
Oh,
pints.
it's
Monty.
alright,
I
I'll have
don't
his.
need a pint.
Oh,
okay,
you're
I don't
outrageous.
He wants 4
Plus one
pints.
persuasion though.
He seems pretty damn reluctant for a pint.
That's 15 plus what persuasion?
Plus 1 for your galoshes.
Plus one for my galoshes.
I'm not having a pint. I don't care if you roll a 20.
Have a pint.
I'd like to look through blurred eyes and try.
If all 4 of them roll a 20, he's gonna have to have a pint too.
I'd like to look through blurred eyes and see if he looks like he's poisoned, like with the red blotches and things.
Malcolm.
Yeah, so make insight
Ooh.
with
disadvantage.
Oh, I would be able to see it.
Oh,
Are you still, yeah, still with him now, yeah.
I would still like to make those rolls. Oh, it's
No,
not
it's only,
good.
it's only 10 minutes. It's
Cool.
gone.
So it's insight. It's a 5. I'm like,
I look like you're squaring up to him.
Malcolm clumsily pulls this
He's sideways.
great big
Oh,
sword
he's
out from
side-
his backpack
Whoa.
and says,
Whoa,
"Are you sure you don't want a drink?"
Whoa, 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 whoa,
No, I'm fine.
whoa,
Thank you.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Malcolm, what the hell?
But the...
That's a nice sword.
It's,
You recognise it?
No,
Uh,
I'm not a fighter.
what is it? Is that the rusty one?
No,
No,
this is the
I've got the
gleaming.
he's got the rusty one.
It's
How are you
gleaming
carrying
sword.
the
tied,
rusty
it's tied to the
Tied to the badger.
Because I'm a giant badger, just everything is. He's wearing all of my clothes.
But you can choose basically, can't you, when you walk?
This time he's wearing all my clothes.
It's a fully clothed badger.
Fully clothed giant badger digging a hole.
With a flat cap.
Yeah. Okay, so this is all going on back there. You get to the point where you feel like you've constructed a nice enough run that the creature could pass through.
Okay. I'm going to go to the bottom.
Speaking the language of the animals.
It is still no, it's not charmed, is it? No, it never got charmed by me. But
So make another animal handling check as a badger.
as a badger.
So use the badger's stats, I believe, for your animal handling.
Oh yeah. How does this work? So I have written this down.
Yeah, it should be written.
So
Wisdom.
I use some of them.
Okay.
Not all of them.
Right.
So I've for all my animals, I've written down my specific stats.
Good man. Done his homework.
And which is the one that it correlates to?
Animal handling
is wisdom.
Wisdom, yes.
Is wisdom. 19.
Ooh.
Fine. So you
Swampy's
communicate, and you can still talk through this.
muzzle.
Yeah, you can still talk in this
Because
mode.
I can't say anything.
But you can
But
communicate.
I speak badger, I guess.
You would speak badger. You would speak whatever languages
Talking
badger
the
knows,
language
which is
of the
probably
animals.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
doesn't
but,
say a lot.
but I imagine it's the one that I speak when I speak to the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can still speak through the badger.
Sylvan.
Sylvan. Yeah.
Sylvan.
The language of the
So
fae.
I'm just gonna say, you're free. You can get out of this hellhole. All the eggs have gone. Anyway.
Animal handling roll, please. Oh, you did make that, didn't you? Sorry,
I
what
did
was it?
already.
It was a
19.
19, yes. As you say it, it lifts its tentacle cluster up, and it says, "No more food," and it starts to walk up this improvised ramp
Does it?
that you've made.
Does it jump over the badger
As
in a wide arc? The badger leans its head back and looks up, and as it does, the mud splatters down around him.
Yes. That's what happens. You climb up. It climbs up this ramp. There's mud kind of. It's pushing a little bit. You haven't made it perfectly, but it's pushing a little bit of the mud back down, squeezing through it, and the mud's forming. There's this huge, great mound of mud at the bottom of this hole now, obviously where you burrowed, and some at the top as well. And it slowly walks its way up, quite steadily and cautiously, because it is still slippery. But it's got enough mass to it that it can hold its own weight, and it ascends out of Brugger.
Oh, I wipe a little tear with
in
my
the
paw.
Badger.
Badger tear.
Well done.
You have a point of inspiration just for that sequence. It deserves it.
In the morning, the townspeople are all going to wake up and go, fuck me, why didn't we think of that?
We've been using this stupid lift to get in and out of town one at a time for 40 years.
Not one of us ever
Well, it might
thought
be a
just build a
defence thing. I
ramp.
might have
Yeah,
broken their defence.
that was the only defence against the vampires.
Now there's
The rolling explosions.
it's just it's going to come,
Defence against the
bring its
vampires.
army of red swampers in. There's going to be 100 of them now.
Guys, I found a way in.
I love that.
Okay. So you're free to.
I'm gonna run up and just see what I can see out of the place.
Okay. So you get to the top again. You can see there's this huge mounds of mud where quite clearly you burrowed it all free. And you see the red
Because
rock.
this guy can see in the dark
Sure.
as much as I can.
He's looking. You look up there. You see the red rock swampy just walking into the distance, just walking away from you, not clear where he's headed.
Thanks, friend.
And you look up there, and again you scan this horizon. The sun's now just starting to rise up and just light the sky and the ground. So your dark vision isn't entirely needed at this point. And as a giant badger, it's it's very bright. It's extremely bright. You're used to the dark. That seemed more homely to you. and you scan the horizon, and at the moment, just give me a perception roll.
Yeah. So many references now. 15.
15. Okay. So you look. I mean, you can see at least a mile in front of you, probably, and you can see.
Badger hunter.
Yeah. This is possible. You think you can make out somebody or something on the road or the track.
Buddy.
Somebody or some.
Somebody. Hey, buddy.
Somebody or something on the road. It's many hundred feet away, basically.
Stood up walking or body as in?
You can't see. You can't,
Just clarification.
Yeah, no. Unclear. You can see them.
Something
It's hard to
is
tell
coming.
what height they are or anything, but you think there's something on the road in the vast distance.
Okay. Well, I will run back to the tavern.
Okay. Scamper back down. Badge form to the tavern. And you guys are sat there with Monty. Monty's just tidying up around you,
Have I
picking up
passed
all the
out
empty glasses.
Sit down. Sit down.
Clara can't hold his alcohol, so he's throwing up into the fireplace. Yeah.
I can make you con save for that if you want.
Go ahead. It's no worries, but I think he fails. Oh no, it's not at all. It's 15.
Okay, you're retching over the fireplace.
Yeah.
But you managed to hold it together.
By this point, I am very drunk. Have I not passed out yet?
I'm afraid not yet.
You have double disadvantage.
Come on.
He's high and drunk.
I'm coming around to the idea of you hitting me around the back of the head.
I'll just strangle you until you fall asleep. It's quite common.
No.
You return to the door.
Keen to get back in, out of the sight of anyone.
Mm.
Scamper right in.
Okay, the door's
There's a badger at the door.
door's shut again.
Okay.
But I just
in.
let you out.
There's a badger at the door, everybody.
Monty walks over to the door.
Munty, get the door, will you? There's a
I've got
badger.
No, Monty. No, he just shouts him. He just pushes him all the way to the door drunkenly.
Okay.
No, it's a dog. It's just a dog.
Munty, there's a
Needs-
badger at the door.
A
A
dog.
dog. it's a dog. Do you have dogs? Dogs live here.
He tries to head back over to the door.
He's just trying to stop him. You're like drunk
Okay, you
people trying to
contesting.
cloud
You
around.
kind of contest him.
Dex
with,
or strength?
probably strength because you're just trying to block
Going
his
to be
passage.
disadvantage, presumably.
Yes, because you've
Getting
got your
really nervous,
poison.
so I'm going to scratch harder.
Oof, that's a 3.
Oh,
He knows something's
falls up
weird. He
against
can
the
just
wall.
see something's weird, and he just pushes past
Face
you.
up against
And he opens the door,
Dog.
and there's this gigantic, well, this medium-sized, clothed badger. He sees it, and he just shuts the door immediately. What was that?
I'm going to revert right now.
Okay.
That was nothing. I was trying to say it's a dog.
Like, hey, let me in. I'm scratching, but I'm human thorn here now.
The creature speaks.
What creature? There was no creature. You're drunk.
And he goes
You're
back.
drunk.
You're drunk.
He goes back
No,
over
you're drunk.
to the window
You're drunk.
that looks out near the door. He looks out the window, and he looks right. You see Munty looking back at you. This
Hey,
bald,
let
this
me
bald
in.
man with the thin beard.
Munty, everything's fine. And then as he's talking, just vomit comes out. Of his mouth.
And he comes back to the door. And he
Go to
opens it
bed.
again,
You're drunk.
and you're there.
You're drunk.
No,
Where's that
you're
creature?
drunk.
Huh?
The creature.
Don't listen to him. He's drunk.
Was drunk. Who's
That
drunk?
huge creature.
There was like
It was a badger.
there was a dog just walked past.
That wasn't a dog. It was wearing clothes.
There was
People
Monty.
dress their dogs.
Have you been drinking with these guys all night?
He's
He
drunk.
looks-
I
you
tell
notice-
he's had loads. He's drunk. He says he's only just got up, but look at him.
We're
He's
dead
pissed.
sober.
With your passive perception, you notice him looking at your clothes.
Don't listen to him. He's drunk.
Minty.
And I was like,
Comment.
yeah, the
Minty.
dog was wet. I was just drying him off with my clothes.
Minty, have you got any more mead?
And when I finished
Minty.
drying him off, he ran off that way.
Tis Minty.
And he just steps outside and he kind of he just looks like he's he actually walks around the corner out of your sight for a moment. He's just kind of looking for this thing.
I'm gonna walk in and shut the door.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Look at the door, aren't it?
What's Monty doing here?
He lives here.
What's he doing? Awake?
It's the morning.
Oh, somebody was making lots of noise.
Yes, somebody.
I think someone poisoned.
Oh dear.
Don't worry about it.
What have you
it's
guys
fine.
been doing?
Everything's.
We've been having a drink with Manty.
He's.
Oh, no,
he's.
you can't have a drink. There's some
Right.
people on the horizon,
What?
or
No.
dogs or something. There's
No.
something on the horizon. It could be the delegation.
Oh well.
They're like a
That's
mile
all right.
away.
It's alright, the townspeople have got a plan.
I thought it's gonna be a whole day. It's not a
plan.
bad day.
This is a plan. The townspeople have got plans. Okay.
Yeah.
The door opens again. Look at this! And I'm motioning to you again.
What?
And I don't know, did you go out with him?
What?
It's Munto! Everybody,
Oh,
Munto's
yeah, I'll
back!
pop out.
Yeah, and he's looking at the floor and there's this great big badger tracks leading up away.
No, because they would have been galoshes.
Yeah.
Four little galoshes.
This is great. I think the badger's feet were present. These badger tracks leaving up. What is that?
That was the dog. What? I'm not from around here. Was it a dog?
What is a dog?
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a dog. It could have been a badger.
What is a badger?
This
It's
guy.
like a dog!
Why is it wearing clothes?
About this high.
Yes.
I was rubbing my clothes on it because it was muddy and wet.
How did it get in?
Well, over there, there's like a big
you wouldn't let it in.
mound. There's like I think your walls collapsed.
And he kind of looks across, and probably from roughly the front of the pub, you can probably make out something. Oh my goodness! And
He came running from that way.
yeah, he runs over in that direction.
Okay.
What have
Shut the door
you
behind
Are we
me.
going to get our own drinks again?
what have you done?
I've let him go.
You
I've freed Willie.
Oh, somebody got the reference.
definitely got it. What this we were all having a nice time, and one of us has overreacted a little, haven't they?
A few of you have overreacted here.
Why they're gonna kick us out now or hang us?
For what?
Because
For
you're a
releasing this captive animal.
Everyone catches first.
It's a good idea.
Because you're a badger.
You're not listening to me. The delegation's coming.
You put your hood up.
Delegation's
Let's go
coming
upstairs.
around.
That's bad.
Go to bed.
We
I
need to
wanna
sober
go to
up
bed.
right now. The delegation's coming around.
No, I'm gonna go.
They're gonna come and they're gonna realise there's no meat left.
I'm going to throw some water on Norris
No, I'm gonna go.
from my
Face.
from my face. I've also been practicing that.
I hope it's not
From my
frozen
water skin, just. It's probably like a circular motion to get them all, and I've gone over your head, I guess.
Hopefully, yeah.
And you're all splashed suddenly with this water.
My back.
Is there like a barrel of water or anything washing water?
Make perception show a disadvantage.
It's gonna look for a barrel. It's just stumbling. Oh, no!
Oh,
Disadvantage!
double 20.
Oh,
Here comes the
I've rolled
one.
So many 20s
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, we have.
That's not bad actually. Perception, did you say?
Yeah.
Or investigation, either one.
Perception from where you're sat.
Perception would be 16.
So you can find some water in a small barrel.
Why are you looking
Yeah.
for water? Find more
Because we need
meat.
to sober up. He's just going to dip his head in the barrel. Do the classic
Yeah.
bubbling around. Which you can breathe, so actually he's going to stick
It's
it in there
about
for
the size of your head.
Yeah, he's going to stick it in there for a good 3 minutes.
It's going to take you a long time to drown yourself. You can breathe in there, you know.
Yeah. And he's going to pull his head back out and assess whether he's any more sober than he was previously.
Just wetter.
Well, that was
more
lovely.
wet.
Did that help?
You try it. He's just going to grab Malcolm's head and put it in the barrel.
Yeah. Also much wetter.
Oh, half drowned actually.
Right. So
You've got no perception of
I'm
what
gonna
I can
just
breathe
try and
underwater,
sober
have you?
them up. The only way I know how. I'm gonna crouch down, and then from me is just odor of skunk.
Okay, that triggers all of you to make Constitution saves.
Oh dear. There's
In your,
gonna be-
not you're okay.
I'm gonna head for the door.
Yeah.
I'll head for the door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand outside.
Oh no,
At disadvantage, right? Or
Not
no,
a save,
not for save.
no.
doesn't matter. I rolled a 1.
Fine, so yeah, you,
dear.
The only dice I'm rolling tonight.
Projectile.
where you are, you're with the alcohol poisoning and the skunk aroma. You have to duck your head under the table quite quickly.
I thought it was just going to be like the world's most disgusting fire hydrant.
Yeah, but under the table, so what it's doing is it's coming out of me straight down and then hitting the floor and spreading
We
out.
don't escape this theme for very long.
It's
It
been-
It always
back to
comes
this.
back.
Maybe
to
2
vomit.
episodes without
Always
vomit.
comes back to vomit. I got 17. No.
You're okay.
Yeah.
I got 4.
4.
Yeah,
You
but
feel
I'm
like you
running
need
up
to
the stairs.
leave the room. You've got
That's
time to
fine.
leave.
You're already
Yeah.
being sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
It's still horrible for you as well, Zolan.
I've
Like,
left.
you-
I'm yeah.
you've
so
left
I'm
the
outside
now
on
in
the
the
step.
situation
Yeah.
of that
How-
horrible
Yeah, but
position
I'm saying, this is good. Get it out. Get the poison out.
Are you
Where I'm
super
horribly
sure?
drunk. The room is swimming around me, and I'm up to my elbows in my own puke now.
Yummy.
This is not a totally unfamiliar situation for me personally,
And you're
but,
exhausted.
but
as
for
well.
Malcolm, it's and exhausted as well. He's not. Things have gone from being wonderfully glowy to terrible.
Are you super sure that we have to be so?
No.
Okay.
Just think you might need your wits about you. Because our de facto leader
He's not feeling so good right now.
has turned into Neil the Eel.
Because I could maybe sober.
Oh, God.
I could maybe sober
I'm
a couple
imagining
of
people with their
us
headphones on and they're like, God!
up. If they survived baby porridge, if they can survive this.
I'm now just dry heaving. There's nothing left to come up.
Oh, that's the worst.
The approaching party or person was a mile away.
Mile away. That is. How fast do humans walk again?
Might not have been human. Might have been more giant badgers.
Okay.
No
But
more than 10
I'm
minutes.
willing to bet it's the delegation.
How about I put him to bed? I'll sober up. Then we rest the. I don't know. The good ones. Me.
Why does everything
You.
smell so bad?
So then we'll go and have a look.
Let's go. I'll take you.
Cool. You need to go to bed.
I've been telling you this for hours.
You need to go to sleep.
I'm editing this out of the podcast.
What do you mean? This is some of my best acting ever.
Some of his best work.
It's prime, but I also don't want to listen to it.
Nollis is going to cast Lesser Restoration on himself.
Oh, you, not on me.
You're going to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, Claire's gone to bed.
Yeah.
It's only 1 hour, right? The effects of the alcohol. So,
How long since you guys last rested?
Yeah, not long.
Yeah, you can't get the benefit.
Yes,
of
you can't.
No,
so
I
you
can still
wouldn't
sleep.
get benefit
Short
from a
rest.
long rest, but you can short rest.
Sure.
What about me? Can I get any rest yet?
You
Plodding,
heading back upstairs,
plod my way up the stairs, missing every second.
embarrassed
word.
yourself in front of her.
Yeah. totally dejected.
And you've soiled yourself.
I won't discover that till much later.
And you rest. You attempt to take a short rest. You can take a short rest.
Halfway up the stairs, there's and some vomit just sort of cascades down the stairs like a little grey-green waterfall.
On the plus side, if money has been poisoned, at least you're going to have to clean all this up.
True. Okay, so I'm going back into the room and I'm just face down on the cot. Buff. Ow.
You don't
Hopefully.
sleep.
Oh, no.
But in a short rest, you don't need to. So in a short rest,
you
you're
can
just resting.
Yeah.
Right.
That could be just sitting
The
down.
room
It could
is
be.
spinning.
Yeah, I mean, that's
It's
It's not.
the room's going
A
down.
short rest is not sleeping. It's just not adventuring.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Bastards.
you've gone back to the room as well, Claro.
His own room, yeah, he's on the bed.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration.
You're casting the Lesser Restoration. How does that materialise?
I hope to God money's not going to walk in. He basically, as you saw before with the younger children, he kind of lightning just starts arcing from him. There's the badger! Lightning's going to start arcing from him. He glows. Lightning kind of fills his kind of eyes. And basically his hair stands on end for a little while. And yeah, it's quite bright. Not necessarily loud, but quite bright. And yeah, so he can. I can either end one disease or condition affecting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralysed, or poisoned. Or eliminate the alcohol poisoning from my body
Absolutely.
using misdirected divine power.
It works.
Don't we all wish we could do that?
Yeah, that would be useful.
That would be really
Especially
useful.
Malcolm would like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you snap out of it straight away, revitalised.
What were we talking about?
The delegation are coming.
The delegation are coming now.
Yeah.
That makes sense why I just did what I did.
Come.
Okay, where are they? So one, we have two drunk. Where is Zolan?
Outside. You went outside, didn't you?
There's none in here.
Around. Can't see him because I'm not looking down.
I'm sat on the step outside.
Sass. So you witnessed all of the badgering.
No, I left when skunk
The
happened.
skunks are coming.
Oh yeah, I left the room when the
You
skunk
realise
happened.
with a fresh view just how smelly this room is.
Let's leave. Let's leave now. Let's leave now.
And I think with this travesty of a situation, we will leave that there for this evening.
Nice.
Thus brings together
Yeah.
the end of another eventful episode.
Where we achieved catastrophically little.
We set the
Whoa,
you set the beast
The
free.
Swampy's gone.
Yeah, Swampy is gone.
Well done.
He's going to be an integral part of our fight.
Yeah,
Just let him go.
Well, there might not be a fight. That's another thing we realised. There might not be a fight.
There's
we were
gonna
fully
be- there's
expected
gonna
to
be a
burn
fight.
this place to the ground. And
There's gonna
We are going to burn this place to the ground. Come on, it's inevitable.
No. Save the people.
It's going to
I'm
happen.
not
It's going
sure.
to happen by
I don't
accident.
think that guy's going to save the people. He does not seem like a good
Galak?
Yeah.
Do you not?
He's, I don't know,
He's in bed with-
He's literally in bed with
Yeah.
the
Tessa.
We haven't
leader of the
spoken to both of them
revolution.
together. She didn't want us to come in his house. He's not a good guy. No way.
What do you reckon?
My wisdom score says otherwise.
I'll put a 50p on it.
I'm not betting.
So this isn't a bet. No, we don't.
Half a
I
silver
can't
piece.
condone that behaviour.
Thank you very much, everybody. Once again.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
tuning in, guys.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for
Thank
our new
you.
subscribers
Thank
and
Josh
you,
for doing the
you watchers.
Yeah,
and
quiz
thanks very
master.
much.
The
Barbarian
Congratulations.
Quizmaster.
Excellent work.
Okay.
Congratulations,
Yeah, thank you very
Celtic Awesome. Message us on Twitter Sphere and we will sort that prize out for you.
Your address or a dead drop. That's fine.
That's fine. And that's everything we need to say. So until next time, people, thank you very much, one and all, for joining us. We will see you next time on Dark